After all that's said and done, after all the winner, you're a winner. I just watched the beginning of howtodrawcomics.net, and now I've got You Got the Touch stuck in my head. You got the touch. You got the power. Let's see how many people come up in here. We're just doing a little stream, having a little bit of fun. Here we go. Rooster Puncher got it. Yeah. We're just chilling. I just got done. Hail Anthony Perone. Hail Matt Cisco. Rooster Puncher Linkovich. Hail Bacon Bunny. Bacon Bunny. Oh, yeah. What up, Joseph Ippolito? How are you, Mechaside? Jason Krager. What's up, dude? That gorilla is looking fine. J Money. What up? Oni 64. Hello. Gark 777. Yeah, I'm a bunny. Sark. What up, man? Ain't nothing funny because I'm dressed up pink, bunny. Hello again, Paul. Thank you for watching the other stream. Sega Ryman. Hello, friend. Ghost Centurion. Hail, hail, hail. We are chilling. Damn high quality camera. I changed my room. Behind me, I've got an explosion of Fragaboom. Kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. I wish I had some filters to effect, and I will once we get the Wirecast going. I've got the pink bunny suit. My whiskey's done. They say don't have whiskey in Percocet. I did. Tony Bracadata, thank you, sir. Thank you for the chat. We're only a minute and change in, and we got some love. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the congratulations. We are wearing this as a result of the 100K. Oh, my nuts hurt. I just need this thing. And I do have a fancy mic. Don't I sound good? Oh, yeah. We're doing our radio voice today. Hardware Wars, what up, man? What do you got to say? Mechaside says, all of the dudes. That's right. That's right. Zaid, what up, man? Zaid's going to be over on howtodrawcomics.net. What a wonderful channel. Clayton and Rob Replicator, amazing. Kira CC, what's up? Vanessa L, what's up, lady? How are you? So what do they know? Perks and whiskey. I know. I did it by accident. My wife, my lovely wife, who shouldn't be working today, but she did, made these wonderful, wonderful, wonderful pork ribs, and they're nothing like barbecue and whiskey. And I drank it, and then I realized, like, oh no, I did it. Did what I wasn't supposed to do. Skull Diamond, what's up, man? Thank you. Rabbit T-Cat, what up, man? We are both rabbits today. Yeah, Clayton and Rob make it very easy to talk, man. What up, Rancid Potato? How are you, man? Baptist 702, what up, man? What up? Oh, that's a great question. What the hell is up with the bunny suit, Dan? What are you doing, Dan? I'll tell you what I'm doing. I am a man of integrity, and I said I would wear a pink bunny suit when Black Flag hit 100K, and we hit 100K. Thank you to our good friend at Comic Artist Pro Secrets, Ethan Van Sciver. I don't know what he did. I think he used some of that Gandalf wizard shit. He said, we must get Frega to 100K today. And it was so. So we thank him. And if you're not following him, which you should be, go follow him over at Comic Artist Pro Secrets and back his Cyberfrog campaign. Will Black Flag go 60 days? If we don't hit 150K by 30 days, yes, absolutely we will, because, man, you guys, kidney stones are a motherfucker. We want that 0.5 books, man. We want that book. We want to have it. Gark is asking, why are you taking perks? I'm passing a kidney stone. And I have inguinal hernia happening right now. So all of my lower region is in a lot of pain. But I'm here and I feel good. And yeah, Anthony knows. He agreed. Bunny suit for... I agreed to that shit because I didn't think it was going to happen, but it did. Jude, what's up, man? Good to see you. Thank you, sir. That was a fun show. Dan Shaheen, what a wonderful host. Great guy. If you guys aren't following Dan Shaheen's channel, you should. It's very insightful. Get you up to speed on what is happening out there in the comic book world in a holographic way. He is the guy that I say is the absolute most fair journalist there is because, again, he is trying to get to the bottom of things everywhere, even if it gets uncomfortable, like talking to Comicsgate guys. He does it. Why? Integrity. He's a good dude. He talks to all sides, which is a lot more than I can say for a lot of comic book journalists out there, my friends included. No slide on you. Yeah, when I've had some drink, I will. There we go. Wife walks by. What are you watching? Me. Hi, dude, selling comics. Yes and no. I'm actually here to talk about you guys. Kevin Ryan, what's up, dude? My man, Kevin Ryan. You guys, I had the pleasure of meeting Kevin Ryan back in October at the Comic Book Bash in Nashua, New Hampshire. Also featured there were Billy Tucci and Jimmy Palmiotti. Great fun show. Frank Thierry was there. I know I'm missing guests. I'm an asshole that way. But I had a great time talking with Ryan. I want to show you guys this really cool new piece of technology. If you guys weren't privy to watching Clayton and Replicator stream, I have this new technology that I just got today just so I can accommodate their stream. Check this out. Boom. That's my iPad screen, guys. I can bring in my iPad. I can draw for you. I drew for Clayton. I'll show you guys. I'll turn this off. I drew this gorilla saying hi, hello. On that stream, I can also do read-alongs if you want. We can go over here. Gearstation by Frega, Alford, and Gilmore. We zoom in. Look at this. Lockhart Castle was built to be impenetrable, secure. The monarch world always be safe inside us. There's only one visible entrance. Naturally, there was an invisible one as well. So anyhow, this is Gearstation. This was a fun comic. This will be coming through Incredible Comics at some point. Obviously not this year, and not until we fulfill all 4 of our Black Flags. But this is another one of my IPs. But we can do story time. This is my iPad. You know, look at what you see and what I see are the same thing. And look, Ma, no wires. New technologies, though. This is what I'm about. I'm about new technologies and new ways of bringing you guys great ideas. Removed from stream. So what I wanted to say, though, is, yeah, I am selling comics for sure. Oh, we're getting that little camera glitch again. I'm going to kick myself and come back. Hold on. This is how I feel. Oh, I'm back. Yes, I'm here to sell. There's that glitch again. I'm here to sell comics for sure. Yes, 100%. I want to sell some comics, but my channel existed before I was selling comics, and my channel will exist after I'm done selling you comics. What my channel is about is empowering and enlightening creativity in others through example, both my own and my guests. But I also like to talk about creativity. So what we're going to do, I'm going to stop sharing this screen. I'm going to turn that off real quick. I'm going to hit invite, and there goes that fucking kidney pain again. I'm going to invite y'alls into the chat if you guys want to come in. Let's see. Super Fast Bunny running past the stream. Just bought my daughter one of them Apple iPadarinos. Yeah, they're great, man. Let's see. Naturally, I'm addicted to my iPad. Excellent, as you should be. See if I missed anything. Eric Weathers, what up, my man? Eric Weathers, you guys need to check out his campaign. Actually, you know what, Eric? I'm gonna bring it up, and if you want to come on the show, if you feel like it, if you're you got your lights ready, feel free. My gangster Phil slips before the slips, trips, the bips, bibbit, the bop it, the rip. I don't know why I did that. I just,
you got that Percocet, brother.
It is, man. What up?
How's it going?
How are you, Patrick?
Patrick.
Igato. Patrick Igato. What's up, dude? How are you, man? Eric Weathers Eric Weathers is in the chat. I'm gonna pull up his Battle Brick Road.
Yeah.
I made sure to back that as quickly as I could, and as quick as I went, I was not fast enough to even be in the top 10. I was fast enough to be number 14, which I'm still happy.
Yeah, hail Eric, man. That thing's blowing up. He's almost got, last time I checked, he was almost at 20K.
Hells yeah, that's how you do that.
Insanity. It's so
let
cool.
me do share screen. Mike Green is in the house. What up, Mike Green? What you cooking?
What's going on, guys?
What you cooking?
Yeah, I'm cooking some chicken piccata.
Oh yeah, are you trying out for like some 70s movies, bro? Because I haven't ever seen you. You're showing your Portuguese right now. That you are showing your Portuguese.
It's the weekend, I haven't had a haircut in a few weeks now because of all the lockdown, and then this is just like 1 day, 2 days. Yeah.
Yeah, like this is this morning, bro. This is how it goes.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I guess so.
If I don't shave, it goes down.
Let's check out Eric Weathers here on Indiegogo, Battle Brick Road. Oh, look at that, man. Let's see if we can get this to 20,000. I think we need to. He's $445 away. That's
I haven't backed that yet, so I'll go back it because I was going to back it.
Oh man, you need to.
Yeah, Eric's awesome. Great.
He's great
letterer and very helpful. When I first started, coming into Comicsgate, I asked him for lettering tips, and he was, pointed me the directions I needed to go. And he's a great asset to the community and the network. Awesome guy, cool ideas. He's been working on this for a really long time, even before he put out his last book, Flying Fortress, on Indiegogo. And they revamped the title and came back with it, and it's doing great. It's amazing to see.
Excellent. I'm putting the link to the chat and Battle Brick Road in the chat so you guys can check that out. We need to move these numbers up. You know why? Because what we want to do is we want to fill the entire top 25 crowdfunded books to be filled with nothing but love for the CG.
Nothing but CG.
Yeah, man.
And it gets us closer to that 10 million, by the end of the year.
I think it will. We're already at 2 point something already, and it's only May.
It's crazy.
How you gentlemen doing? Happy Mother's Day to you and your ladies and your mothers. It's a good thing.
Yeah. Went and got a triple berry pie today for my mom.
What a lucky mom. What a lucky you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Save a spot for Hell Seekers, boys. Hails, yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited.
My man, Rooster.
Looks so good. Oh, you gave me an idea, Dan, with you could bring up your iPad and scroll through comics and stuff. I thought it would be cool to do a round table reading of Black Flag 0 through 4 with have some people come on and do voices for different characters. I think that'd be pretty fun to show off the old work.
I think that would have to be a series that went over some days because I could see that taking a long time.
Yeah,
people and ladies and gentlemen, here's an intermission between issue 2 and 3. Go make sure you kiss your ladies and your kids. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's a pretty cool thing, man. I got to be honest with you. So earlier today, I was let's see. I got to make sure that stream's over there. Boom, boom. I got to put the code in. It's gonna.
Hey, here, Dan. I'm gonna boot myself and then bring me back in because it's doing that thing where I can't hear Phil. And
yeah.
So I'm gonna
copy that, bro. Bye. He's coming back. I'll bring it back. Here we go. Share. So I had to take a nap because I was in pain and I didn't take any Percocets whatsoever because I wanted to ride it out as much as I could. And a lot of times if I just take a nap, I can do it. And then when I woke up, I checked Twitter and I saw join us tonight at 7:00 with Couch Doodles. And I'm like, cool. Wait a second. Fuck. I had totally forgotten. And not that those guys aren't great guys. It's just, it's been an incredible week of pain and Percocet. And then I thought, wait, I'm supposed to draw on that show. How the hell am I going to do that in StreamYard? I know how to set up my Cintiq, but my little Cintiq I don't draw on that like normally. It's been in a box in storage for a couple of years now. So I thought, well, how can I figure out how to get my iPad on there? And I didn't see any resources directly tied into the idea of iPad and StreamYard.
Yeah.
And then I also didn't. Oh, Mike kicked himself again. I also didn't see. Once I found a way to mirror my iPad wirelessly to my computer, StreamYard wants, well, this application I'm using wants to float the capture over every other window, like by natively.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, fuck, man. That sucks because I won't be able to stream. But then I remember I had this second monitor and a green screen. I'm in a totally different room in my house. But I made it work. There's the replicator. What up, my man? And I got it to work. And I did some tests earlier today. It's weird because the first test I did, I experienced what Patrick experienced. I had my stream flagged for no reason. We were just literally talking about, let's see if this works. Let's see if we can do this. And then boom. And then I get an email saying, you have violated the terms of service of YouTube. I'm like, doing what?
Mm-hmm.
So there's
a bit of a bit of a purge going on.
Yeah, they're trying. Whoever they are, they're trying. They're trying. I mean, Marshall's in the house. What up, Marshall?
What is it, like Malin after midnight got taken down from last night?
Malin did, Tug did, you did, I did.
It's the first time that actually like Malin got taken down, but it's been happening for ever since the pandemic stuff's been going on. Yeah, I interviewed Sweens. We had a really good interview, and it got near the end of it, we just got pulled off the stream. So it's been going around.
Well, Michael, hold on a second. Michael Green said his stuff's not working, so he's going to bounce out of our panel. Big love to you. Big love. Adam Post is in the house. What up, Adam Post? Adam Post did his as well. He said that his got killed too. And Anthony says, unfortunately, Comicsgate has a shit ton of taters. Yeah. Are they? Yeah, exactly. Oh, shit. Arthur Brown got to go to the beach. How was that, man? That must have been nice. Patrick, how is Johnny Fantasm doing? You want to take a look?
It's doing pretty good. We passed the 200% mark today, so I'm very excited about that.
Nice.
This is something that I talked about today in our stream before and after, because I ended up doing another stream after the first one got taken down. And something that I'm doing is I'm not comparing myself to other people and their campaigns. I think it's important. A lot of people get kind of butthurt when they're comparing each other, and they're like, this person got attention, this person did not. I'm kind of holding us to our own standards, and I feel like it's slow and steady is going to win the race. We're at 4,000 right now. I'm very happy with this. We're at 200%. I think things are going well. I'm pretty happy with it. It kind of reminds me of that game in Price is Right. Like the yodeling game, where it just slowly goes up.
Yeah,
it keeps on going up slowly. And
well, dude,
I'm just gonna.
I love this book. I got your a package in the mail from you that's got a trade.
Oh, that's right.
Hey Dan, I gotta take off and go to Clayton's
show. You
Thanks
guys in chat, there's 143 of you. I'm hoping to see at least half of you guys leave and go watch Phil over at howtodrawcomics.net. Phil's got an interview going. He's going to talk about Magic Cop and my favorite, Crimstone from Lost Pages.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, guys, head over there. Get out of here. Go raid that shit. All right, peace out. Dude. What up, Metal Movies and Brewskis? How are you, man?
Pretty good, man. How you doing?
Doing well, man. I'm excited to hear Patrick talk about Johnny Fantasm. Dude, I've had you on my show a couple of times, Patrick. I love you. I love the fact that your cats kill mice. That's a big plus. And then, of course, I love Johnny Fantasm. off of just the one image alone in this campaign, this one here, this one blew my mind. I needed to know more. I went all in on the Casino Royale package. Looking forward to getting that package in the mail.
Well, something that happened that changed that we were talking about today is originally it was going to be 24 pages. Each issue was going to be 24 pages.
Yeah.
But Peter Cimetti hit me up and said that we were going to be able to add 8 pages to each book for no additional cost. So now 32 pages for each book.
I'm sorry, Patrick. It's her birthday tomorrow,
no,
so she's
you're
going
fine.
to bed.
I love the explosion in the background.
Enjoy the last moments of being 8. Go to bed at 8. Wake up at 9. I love you.
That's pretty funny.
I mean, being 8, Folio. All right. Sorry, man.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I like the kissing of the daughter with the bunny suit and the nuclear bomb behind you. It's all great.
It makes sense.
But yeah, it's just kind of exciting because now instead of people getting 3 books at 24 pages, now people are going to get 3 books at 32 pages. So it's just that much more books, you know?
How are you handling that? Are you doing brand new additional pages, like creating new ones, or are they ones that existed?
We're gonna have we have some pinups from the first time that we did the campaign. We are having some concept work. I also have some toy designs that are in some of the issues that were done by my boys over there at Hasbro.
Yeah,
so yeah, I mean, I gave an extra page to Peter, so Peter's going to be doing an advertisement for Alterna inside the comic as well, and then also the Joe Kubert School put an ad in the book as well.
That's
so. I mean, it's all good. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. So I mean, everything's going pretty well. I'm pleased as punch.
Excellent. Yeah, no, I'm super stoked.
Did you get a chance to flip through it?
I flipped through it. I haven't read it yet. I've been going in and out of napping and you know, streaming and getting things ready. And you know, like I said, the mild freak out of going over the Clayton stream, I was like, yeah, totally, I'll draw. And then I forgot I would. And then when I remembered, I was like, how am I gonna? And you know, the problem solving and then you know, testing it out today and getting kicked by YouTube and like just one of those weird days.
I read your thing. It said that almost like the same thing as mine, except for with mine it said that I breached a copyright thing, which was totally not the case at all.
Oh yeah, mine said I violated the guidelines, and I'm like, I turned on my camera and said, "Does this work?" You know, that's all I did. And we had, you know, people in the chat. Death Metal Luke was in here, or Death Metal Hero. I call him Luke. Luke and Hero are like the same word to me. But yeah, Death Metal Luke was up in here, and then all of a sudden, bam, so you know, it was. I saw. We went from 100 and something people to nothing. I sense a man from the northeast. His name is what? Kevin Ryan. I sing when I'm drunk. Yeah, I must be drunk. Kevin Ryan.
Hello.
What's up, dude? How are you, man? Your signal
happening?
Is good. Last time you were in here, you were spotty as a Dalmatian, bro.
Yep, we're now on the high speed internet.
You looking good, dude. How you feeling?
No, great. We I take care of an older fella up here in northern Vermont, so we've been pretty much corona proof.
Nice.
So we're kind of locked in a submarine reading comic books all day.
I have a really very serious question, and I'm gonna take this screen out, and I want to see something. Are you in Metal Movies and Brewskis really sitting next to each other right now?
Yeah. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, man. How are you doing?
Good. I'm doing excellent. There I go.
Been a long time, man.
Absolutely.
Long time. All right. Sketch Therapy. Welcome as always, my good friend Sketch. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good.
Happy Mother's Day to you.
Well, you know, I don't got kids, but I appreciate mom.
Yeah, of course. We are kids. We all have moms. Otherwise, how the fuck did we get here? I'm gonna kick myself and see if I can kick this glitch. I've been glitching like this since earlier today.
Oh, it's probably an audio thing.
And then I'm back. Maybe. It could be an audio thing. I'm not sure what happened, but yeah, we're here.
Cool,
I got a brand new microphone, a different
I saw
setup. I don't what kind of fly is that? That was a weird fly. And we got new technologies in here. Hey, Patrick, who created your logo? That's a fantastic logo.
I did.
Good job, man. You fucking logo man. It's funky and it's readable. I dig it.
Yeah, Scott Alley actually helped me with it.
Excellent.
Are you familiar with Scott Alley?
I'm not, but the fact that
he's like the only editor ever to be on Hellboy.
Right on.
He's like the main editor from Hellboy. But yeah, I was working on the logo, and I've kind of stayed in contact with him for a while. He's not at Dark Horse anymore, but he still works on Hellboy. And he sent me some pointers, and one of the things that he helped me with was like the punchiness of it,
Yeah, well, it works. It definitely works. Sketch, what's up?
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna see Sketch. What are you up to tonight, man?
Well, I watched your earlier stream on drawing, and I was trying to do a little drawing myself, just for the there's a professional aspect, but I just find it therapeutic, and I was just trying to make it a little better. And I enjoyed the stream. I subbed to the channel. It seemed like cool people.
Clayton is terrific, man. He's not only skillful, but he has a really good way of translating how to bring some of his skills into your own skill set, which is the trademarks of a good teacher, which we love. Sim is in the chat too. He's my favorite Puerto Rican.
We adopted him, yeah.
Yeah, from Canada.
One of ours now.
From Canada. I love that dude. Another talented guy.
Dan, a question. How's the sculpting going?
I haven't been able to sculpt in a couple of months. In fact, it's a weird thing. You have a camera in my house? The reason I ask is I found a package of this sort of Pearl Sculpey 3 up in my wife's craft area, and I said, "You need this?" And yesterday, I just did maybe 20 minutes just playing around, which was the first time in like a month. So it's going slowly and horribly, but I still love it.
No, Dan, my camera's not in your house. It's actually up at his place.
That's right. It is. I see that. I see that.
So you can sculpt too? That's like another... Well, you're basically translating it to 3D. No, you can't?
I can't. I attempt. What's up, Vinny Art? Vinny Art's, he is packing more hardcovers. This man is a fulfilling machine. I don't know if you guys have seen his time lapse, but they do it. This guy here, Past Master Dan, says, "I love how the clay reveals itself to you." Yeah, so do I, man. It's a weird thing. Like manifesting something in 2 dimensions is one feeling, but manifesting something in 3 dimensions is like a whole nother thing. It opens up different parts of your brain. I don't know what's going on with my camera, or it's only happening in Snapchat. It does this weird sort of flicker thing.
I'm trying to manifest something here. I don't know if it's going to. Well, I'll give you a look if you want to look at it. Maybe you give me a pointer.
Let's do it, man. Share your screen, dude. Let's get it going.
Trying to do a xenomorph.
Let's do Marvin Gaye. Let's get that shit on. Put that shit on. Oh, look at that, man. Dope.
Trying to make it look dynamic.
Nice foreshortening on that. Every now and then you're going to see me stand up just because the stuff hurts.
You got to do an inventory check.
Something like that. That looks like Sketchbook Pro.
Yeah.
Is that what you're using? Alias?
Well, that's what I use when I'm on a PC. When I'm
Nice.
on the iPad, I also like to play with Procreate. The Clip Studio was a little too advanced for me. I like this is a little bit more simple, a little bit closer to what having like paper. It's like an infinite amount of glass canvases.
Yeah, man. There's Marshall Lee. Let's see if we could bring Marshall in. Marshall, how's it going, man? Can you hear me, Marshall?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, there you are. We've been trying to get you in the stream for 2 days now. How you been?
Doing all right. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well, dude. Doing well. It's good to see you. How's the music going?
Music, it's not going so much. I haven't been
No.
working on that so much, but mostly just working on comics.
But you're so good at it. You're so good at it, bro.
I appreciate it, man.
Did I show? I gotta show you my piece of equipment. It's one of my babies. I'm gonna make it full screen real quick, and we'll get right back to your xenomorph, dude. I just want to show Marshall this.
Oh,
thing
you just leave me in the corner.
No, you're not in the corner.
Hey, you should try
Never.
this or that. You just chime in.
Oh yeah.
NPC Live, bro. This thing is a freaking beast.
Can you make the beats right straight in there?
Yeah, no need for a computer. It's not a controller. It's got the brains inside it, and you can expand the memory card and put all kinds of expansions in it. Sweet. I love it. I wish I had more time to use it. I've been doing almost 100% art in YouTube lately.
Yeah.
But I've made like 90 beats and I put them in the background of videos I work on.
Wow.
Yo, Sketch,
have you ever gotten a copy strike on a beat that's yours that you invented?
One time I did. And
that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Right?
Yeah, but I think it's just because they have robots that are searching for like algorithms, and if there's like even half a bar that's the same, it'll strike you. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you get the you use samples, right?
Well, I do like on my MPC, it's super sample based, but what I like to do is I chop things down and almost at a granular level. So like take Michael Jackson's Wanna Be Starting Something. There's like 3 snare hits with the hi-hat and it goes tick 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 dum 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 dum. There's like a really clean snare in there. I'll just take that snare. Yeah. Like I'll slice it out and I'll use that snare, and I'll hear a kick in like, a Steppenwolf song and be like, that snare is where it's at. Grab that snare. But I hardly ever will grab a loop. I mean, obviously there's that MPC based sort of sample driven boom bap stuff, and I can do that and it's fun. But when it comes to like using those things on my channel, I try not to, because I don't know what the duration is before you get a strike.
Yeah, I mean, if you're manipulating the samples real well and you're like you're saying, chopping them up real good, you most likely won't get a strike. If you're hitting like a 4 to 8 bar loop and you're just looping it, that's when you might have some issues, I think.
I don't work that way. I don't. Yeah. I mean, no knock on anybody, but I don't work that way. Sketch, this is looking bananas, dude. Are you looking at any reference? Or are you just going in?
I'm going by memory, more or less. I really like the movie, and I kind of get the structure of it. It's kind of like a skull.
Yeah.
I'm a big Giger fan. I had the Necronomicon. I still have the Necronomicon 1 and 2.
Oh yeah.
The first one's kind of beat up. It's just one of those where you keep opening it up and looking at it. Like even the furniture. You remember his furniture?
I do.
Yeah. Oh,
everything looked like a vagina with bones.
Yes. Well, some of them is more biological work. Was very, very sexual.
Well,
he was very mad at the church for protesting him. He's like,
oh, that's so stupid, man. That's so stupid. Here's the thing, man. Like, people need to know. I'm a Christian. I was raised in a church. I actually have a Bible next to my shitter, of all places, but I read my Bible every day. But I'm not one of those dudes that's like, you're going to hell if you did. No, man.
No, you can't do that. That's like that's no.
It's stupid. It's stupid,
wait for
man.
Judgment Day.
That's right. It ain't up to me, man. It's for me to live my life the way I live it, and live it by example, and do the best I can. And that's that, man. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, oh, come on, you're gonna protest the artwork in a book? Get out of here, man. Fuck that.
Well, Geiger is spooky. He's not evil. I don't see any real terrible references there, but it's cool. It's like molded metal.
Yeah.
I just go by the book, and the book says you can't take a power from God onto yourself, and that's God's power to judge. You can't judge sin. You can judge the theft of life, the theft of property, the theft of sex, like rape and stuff.
Right.
But you can't judge. You can't judge sin. That's not Christian. That's something else.
Yeah. Yo, man. I see your. Oh, wait. I got to go back to you, Patrick. Show that spine. Hey,
Nice.
Kevin
Never
Ryan.
Mason.
Kevin Ryan, what you thinking, man?
Well, I'm just looking at it. It looks like the Book of the Law to me.
Yeah.
You know. I
Is
know
that
you know.
Is that gentleman a Mormon? Or not a Mormon, a Mason?
I am. I'm on the level.
Oh, okay.
That's excellent.
Yeah,
I love
I
it.
earned that.
You guys see that
Circle
Geiger
the square.
documentary?
I haven't.
Yeah.
It was on Netflix for a minute. It was like his last years. It shows like his house
I
and
am a traveler.
all of his sculpts and stuff.
They kind
Really?
of make it out like like the cat did it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, I remember picking up Brain Salad Surgery, and I knew Carnival 9, but I took one look at that album cover, and I said, oh, that's mine. That's coming home.
That's awesome.
You know the album I'm talking about?
You talking about the Geiger cover?
Yeah. The Emerson, Lake and Palmer Geiger cover.
Yeah. I mean, that'll good art will do that every time. You know, like I was attracted to all of the Iron Maiden stuff.
Mhm.
I was told as a child, like, do not buy that. That is Satan's, Satan's music. But I love the art, and of course, the Molly Hatchet Frazetta cover. And you guys, speaking of Frazetta, R.I.P. Frazetta. He passed away 10 years ago today. So we big hail to the Frazetta, the man up in the sky making all the good shit. Look at that, dude! Sketch, bro. You're dope. When are you gonna put this stuff together into either a sketchbook or, no pun intended, sketches? That would be dope, dude. That's the name of your book, sketches. Put it together in a book and put a campaign together, dude. I'll back it.
No, I don't think I want to be doing that. I just do this this is a therapy for me. If I turned it into work, it would be a nightmare. I'd lose my only therapy.
Okay, how about this? Can you draw me a Black Flag piece for therapy?
I could probably do that, but I don't think I'm on your level of detail, and I'm not so good with the foreshortening. My art is not dynamic.
Stop.
It's very stiff.
Stop. The love you say may be your own.
You know,
I'm
Dan,
serious.
See, here I'm trying to be more foreshortening, so it looks more dynamic. But usually it looks like a hieroglyph. So I'm trying to experiment.
No, man, this is good. This is good. Sketch. I'm offering you a place in Black Flag 0.5, if you'll take it.
I'll do anything you want, sir. I'll give her all I got.
Then do it. Pick a character and draw it up.
Black Flag in your style, man. That would be dope.
So Dan, you mentioned the Iron Maiden covers.
Yes, sir.
You know who did those?
Ethan mentions him a lot.
Wilkinson, Mark Wilkinson.
There you go.
Mark actually did a lot of early work for a band that I'm a huge fan of called Marillion, who kind of came up with Iron Maiden, and some of the artwork is fabulous. You need to check it out.
I definitely do. Did that guy ever put an art book together?
Yeah, he has a book called Masks.
Okay, I need to check it out.
Effort into just even the covers back in those days. You remember?
It's back when people cared, man. But the art form has changed. Like when I first got into doing graphic arts, which was '89, I did a little bit of freelance work for this place called Ace Hardware, and this other grocery store, where we had to do things like draw screwdrivers, and for the grocery store I'd have to draw like steaks or fruit, and that was the way it was. Like they would hire people to draw it, and then now they use photographs. It's a weird things just shift. But back in those days, like the reason I bring it up is like album covers were drawn, they were graphically designed. One of the things I don't talk about because it's sort of embarrassing, but if you guys ever wanted to, which you don't, if you ever wanted to find a hard copy of Ashley Simpson's, yes, Ashley Simpson, her second CD, I did all of the art direction of that CD. And my favorite part of that CD is if you buy the CD and you open it up and you look at the inside of the spine, it says DNB, which is Dan and Brianna. I put my wife and my initials inside of the spine of that as a little Easter egg.
You're just a sweetheart, ain't you?
Yeah. I'm a softie, obviously.
It's good.
But don't confuse softie with plushie, because that ain't the thing.
You guys know that Schumacher did the Batmobile?
Say that again, Metal.
Do you know Schumacher did the Val Kilmer Batmobile?
Oh, did he put a nipples on it?
We know the one in the Forever. Batman
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah.
That was a Schumacher Batmobile. He designed it.
I didn't know he designed it. I didn't know he could draw. I
You
knew
look at it. Yeah, it's got like ribs and kind of like the way Sketch is doing the skull right here.
Oh yeah.
You look at the Batmobile. It kind of looks like it's pretty cool.
Light breathing out from the inside, right?
Yeah,
A little bit. Yeah.
And he did Species
remember.
too. That movie Species with
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
I love that movie Species. I forget why. There are a couple of reasons why.
It's cool.
I just remember a naked Natasha Henderson. That's all I remember.
With Doc Ock.
Yeah.
I went, hi. I bet you Species and Basic Instinct at the Blockbuster probably all had tracking issues on those scenes. Pause, press.
It's great when really good art gets into the wider culture. You'd done the Simpson album. I was in a supermarket and ran into a friend from high school, and I was talking about some comic artists, and she had no point of reference. And I mentioned Luis Garcia Lopez, and wouldn't you know it, one of his pieces was on the gumball machine in the supermarket.
Oh, wow.
So I was able to look and go, there he is.
Yeah. It's
awesome.
Funny you mentioned that, because one of the things, like my mom and dad, like I lived with them separately. They split up when I was a baby, but I lived with my mom after I was 12, and I would tell her I want to be an artist, and it was always that classic. You better have a plan. Yeah, have a plan B. Haven't you heard of the term starving artist? And I said, yeah, but I don't plan on like sitting on a street corner with a beret selling paintings, like that's not my vibe. And I said, there's art jobs out there. And she said, what, just drawing cartoons? And I said, no. And that's when I opened up the value saver, and I said, see all these steaks and vegetables? Somebody drew those. And I grabbed a can of SpaghettiOs, and I said, see this? I said, those are paintings of O's and hot dogs. Like these aren't photos. This is somebody drew and painted this. And see that movie poster right there? That's a guy named Drew Struzan. He did that.
Yeah.
And I tried to show her all the places that you could find art that weren't obvious. Those things don't exist as much anymore, but there's still plenty of art jobs behind the scenes. Even I remember seeing a thing about Pixar early on where the reporter was like, well, aren't you concerned the traditional way of drawing will go the way of the dinosaur with the computer doing all of the work? And, the artist was like, no, there still needs somebody needs to design these characters. Somebody needs to storyboard this stuff. We do a lot of this stuff on paper and, things like that, but it's just crazy. Like the perception of what an artist does is still kind of a funny thing. Do
you remember James Sherman used to work for DC?
I don't.
He did the Earth War with Legion, the War with the Coons. He didn't do a ton of stuff, but he kind of came into comics for a couple of years and then left. And I ran into him and I said, well, what have you been doing in the meantime? And he said, I designed the logo for Safeway, or for Shop and Save. So that, a guy had to do that and got paid.
Wait a second, but you said something. Did you ever live on the West Coast?
No, I lived in Phoenix for a couple of years. Why?
Oh, because Safeway is super regional. That's why I was like, up in the Bay Area where I grew up, San Francisco, Safeway was the store. And then when I moved down to LA, there was a place called Pavilions that had a bunch of Safeway S's on them. Mm-hmm. And I was like, why do these have Safeway branding? It's like, because Safeway owns Pavilions. I'm like, oh shit, but I haven't seen a Safeway down here. It's like, I found it like there are no Publix in California, like no Publix, no Kroger's, and when I worked out here, I was like, where's your Ralph's? Where's your Albertsons? Where's your, and yeah, they're super regional. So when you brought up Safeway, my little old school left coast ears went, huh.
Well, you got to imagine I'm riffing here. I ran into him and he told me that I meant Shop and Save, so I apologize.
No, you don't need for apologies, man. Yeah.
The point being, like, if, you sat down and talked with Neil Adams.
Yes, sir.
And what Neil will do is he'll talk about like the history of commercial art. He'll bring up Drew Struzan. He'll bring up Norman Rockwell. He'll bring up Bob Peake. And if you think back, like especially when we were kids, you pick up TV Guide, and that's who was doing the covers, or you pick up a
100%.
magazine, and and to be informed, I think even to do comic art or storytelling correctly, these are the guys you look to.
Yes. At 100%, man.
Dan,
I mean,
Dan, what was your first paying gig?
Legal Grounds Coffee Shop asked me to paint their window for Christmas when I was 15.
Nice.
And then I did a comic strip in the local paper, Martinez News Gazette, called The Adventurer, that I wrote and drew in early '89, like January. It ran from January to July of '89. And then like my first paying like comic book gig was for Extreme Studios. I did the Youngblood Zero, but the first thing that saw print was a pinup I had done in Brigade. But like my first paying gig was when I was 15. That coffee shop window.
Yeah.
How about you?
My first paying gig was I kind of got a bit of a jump start. I did a concert poster for Slayer, Hatebreed, and In Flames.
Rad.
Yeah, I still have it today. I was working at an independent record store where the owner like ran a promotion, and this is when I was just starting getting into drawing like seriously, and he needed a flyer like really quickly. So I was kind of working on like my first comic at the time, and I was working on a piece, and he's like, let's use this for the Slayer flyer, the Slayer poster, and I was like, okay. So yeah, but my first gig was a Slayer poster. I mean, it was only $100, but I mean, it was Slayer, you know.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
badass,
Flames,
dude.
Flames
So-
is awesome.
So Dan, did your mom like let you pursue the whole art thing, or was she always resistant to it, or?
My mom was very supportive. She worked at this place downtown that did data entry for it. This is so weird, and it's like great memories. But they did data entry where they did all this stuff, and they'd have these punch cards. Do you remember those?
Mhm.
Like these punch cards with all these holes in them with magnetic strips. And then somebody would walk over to the machine with a stack of these cards and slide them into this machine, and the machine would record it onto these wheels of magnetic tape and stuff. But what I used to do is I would go down to her office, and this is like 84, 85, and they used to let me use their copy machine. And you got to understand, to like a 12-year-old, that's magic, you know? So
Yeah.
I made all these like mini comics, and I got to use their stapler and all this stuff. So in high school, and I still have some, and maybe one day I'll bring that shit out. Maybe it's my Spawn, this character I had called the Adventurer, and he was the one that ended up in the thing. But my mom supported me in the kind of ways where she encouraged and provided like things like being able to use that copier and the office supplies to make things happen. But very much it was like, you know, what other interests do you have, you know? And I wanted to be a pilot. Like that was another thing I really, you know, and this is like before the Top Gun craze. Like we used to live near an airport, and I used to just, I had binoculars, and I used to watch the planes, and I'd watch the rudders and things, and I'd try to figure out like I was obsessed with aerospace and how air moved over things, and how you could lift something that into the air and keep it flying. That was like my side thing. So my mom encouraged that more, but the flip of it was that we were poor. Both my dad's side and my mom's side were poor, and there was absolutely zero possibility of me going to any college other than the local junior college. And you know, I've told this story before, but I was 2 days away from joining the Navy before Rob Liefeld called me to invite me to Extreme. I was supposed to go in and raise my hand, go into MEPS, do the medical, raise my hand, and be in the United States Navy on a Wednesday. And I got a call from Liefeld on that Monday saying, if you're willing to relocate to Southern California, which was a good 8 hours away from where I lived. I'm 18 years old, just graduated high school. The proposition was, you can come join my studio, but you have to leave everything you know and love behind. Like, I literally knew Rob and Marat, and I moved 8 hours away from everything I knew to join Extreme Studios. But as far as my mom, that everything up until that point was still sort of fantasy. Like, when I was starting from when I was 16, I was getting I don't know what the word is. I don't want to say propositioned, because it's not a proposition, but courted. There you go. I was courted by several comic companies. By the time I was 16, I was talking to Marvel. I was talking to DC. I was talking to Dave Campitti's company. I was talking to Eclipse. I was talking to Michael Friedrich at Star Reach Productions. And they all kind of had their eye on me as this kid, that something was going to happen and I was hireable once I turned 18. And then I turned 18, and I thought, and I kept telling my mom, I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it. Like, look, I've got a letter from DC that says, like, I'm good. And I got a letter from, like, I literally had all these letters from companies that said I was going to be their guy. And then I turned 18 and I went to San Diego Comic-Con. And
I think it was a great strategy. Make everybody believe, we got to grab him now, or he's going to join the Navy.
No. The Navy was literally like my dreams are not shattered. But when you're a kid, you have to remember, like, when you're 16, 4 years is a quarter of your life. And now I'm almost 50, and that's like 12 years. It's a big change. So when I graduated, I really thought, like, and this is my being, a stupid kid. I thought, like, oh, I'm going to get hired right as soon as I turn 18, because I turned 18 6 days out of high school. I thought I was going to be hired. I went to San Diego Comic-Con. Neil Posner and Brian Augustin both were like, these are great. Here's another set of samples. I was like, yo, I feel like I'm jumping through hoop after hoop. They keep moving the goalpost. Marvel was like, here's another tryout thing. Everybody kept saying, this is great. Here's another one. This is great. Here's another one. And I just felt like I was treading water. And of course, like, my mom said, maybe you should, pursue. And so that's why I went down to my local recruitment office. Yeah, I went down to the local recruiter and, did all the paperwork and got the assignment to go down to MEPS, and done about did it. But it was Liefeld, like I said, that call from Liefeld saved my bacon, so to speak, and the rest is history.
So, how did you get all these contacts initially with the different companies?
Well, thank you for that question. That's a fantastic question, Mr. Ryan. I was a very tenacious kid. I had my own TV show. It was a local TV show. It was very much like Wayne's World. It was a live TV show, much like YouTube, like we're doing now, every Wednesday, called Comic Review for You. So I used my press credentials a lot of the times when I would go to conventions. So I was able to go behind tables and, like, get information. That was one thing. Another thing is, I have a friend named Fred Jackson who gave me my first job when I was a kid, cleaning silk screens at a silk screen place. And he went to art school with an editor named Carl Potts. Mm-hmm. Carl Potts gave me I did a fanzine, and actually let me see if I can find it on here. It's a good one. I'll put the link in here in the chat. You guys will like this. Fragaboom.blogspot.com. All right, Sketch, I'm going to kick your screen out for a second.
Understood.
Just to show this. So this is my old blog, like, really ancient. Last time I posted on it was 2013. You can see things like, this is a commercial that I storyboarded for a soda pop called Sundrop, featuring zombies and such. Let's go back. Let's see. I also did. This is the thing I was telling you about. This was my fanzine. It was called Views. Let's see what else is in here. Hershey's chocolate. Oh, this is one. I was second unit director on a Maroon 5 video. See, look at this. I called him Zoolander, but that was Adam Levine. These are all photos I took. That was me on the set shooting. So I've worn a lot of hats doing stuff, but my job was crotch cam. Lucky me. I got to film Adam Levine's crotch for several hours. Fucking lame. But let's go back. So this thing here that I had, this fanzine was called Views. This came out in April and May of '90. So I was 16 when I did this. Carl Potts interview. Here's I did a whole interview. Here I am, a 16-year-old kid interviewing a high-profile editor at Marvel Comics, and he gave me basically the blueprint of how to break into comics, and it's all in this article. Let me do this for the chat if you guys want to read it yourself. We don't need to read through it. It's a great one for anybody that wants to break into comics. Everything in this article still applies 100% to breaking in. So that's part one. My friend Fred knew Carl. Carl gave me a bunch of advice. I did the TV show, and I'll pull that up too, since we can do it. Since I'm learning this StreamYard shit, I'm learning it slowly and watching my other compatriots do it. Flyco Joe. All right, you guys.
Pretty good job, though.
You guys are gonna be up for a heck of a laugh. So here's some funny stuff. This came from my TV show that I used to do back in the day. There's not going to be any audio on it because I didn't hit the audio tab. But I went to my friend Joe's store and did an interview with him. So this is a young Dan Fraga interviewing Joe Field. So you gotta love my Batman shirt. Gotta love that I had hair.
Yeah, the hair looks beautiful. It's like a helmet.
Yeah, it was lustrous. So, and then here, this one is a peek. This one here is a peek at my TV show. So my buddy Toby and I did this show called Comic Review for You. Oh God.
Love the turn.
Yeah. So then I would do drawing lessons at the end. Okay. Thank God you can't hear the sound. My squeaky little fucking kid voice. And you guys can find these. If you guys go to Flyco Joe, wonderful. Why am I not subscribed? There we go. I should be subscribed. Joe's a friend of mine.
Dan, this is great.
Sometimes the YouTube will unsubscribe you automatically.
Yeah. This is the stuff that goes into the Dan Fraga Secrets documentary 20 years from now.
Yeah. So one of my favorite things in here was let me see if I can find it. I got like the super scoop on. Let me see, Dan. Hopefully that'll pop it up. See, this has nothing to do with any of those things. Boom. See, this is. You would think that I type in Flyco Joe and find there. Search instead Flyco Joe Dan. That's why. See this one right here? This one was my super scoop right here. This guy right here that I'm interviewing is Sam Hamm. He is the screenwriter for the first Batman movie. Nice. And then the guy to his left is Dennis Cowan. So I got a scoop. I was one of the very first people to interview the writer of the Batman movie, and this is 2 months before the Batman movie came out. I was before Entertainment Tonight. I was before anyone else. I'm just this stupid kid interviewing people. But Sam Hamm gave me the scoop. If you guys want to see it, just look Dan and Toby episode 2 on Flyco Joe. You can watch it. But we talk about the Batman movie. I know I'm taking the long route, but the reason I was able to do this stuff is I was super tenacious. Like I would be like a reporter almost. Like I met Sam Hamm at a museum exhibit, for the opening of this Batman exhibit at the Cartoon Art Museum in San Francisco, and Mark Baudet was there, Steve Laola was there, and Sam Hamm was there, and I recognized his name. No one said, "Oh, that's Sam Hamm, writer of the Batman movie." I just read all the trades. I read Comic Scene, Comics Interview. I read everything. And as soon as I heard Sam Hamm, I rolled up on him. I said, "Hey, my name is Dan Frega. I do this show. I want to interview you. Are you going to be back in town?" He said, "Yeah, I'll be back in town for the WonderCon." I said, "Can I interview you?" He said, "Yes." He gave me his number. When I was 16 years old, I rolled up on Jack Kirby. I said, "Hello, Jack Kirby. My name is Dan Frega. May I have your phone number?" He said, "Yes." He gave me his phone number. So I found that by asking questions, the worst thing that can happen. Yeah, the worst thing that can happen is no, right? Like, and no is the same place you were before. So I would go after these things. So I did that systematically. Like, I would meet editors, I would call editors, I would ask Carl Potts if he would tell me who was editing such and such, and I would get a hold of them. So I went after him. So Mr. Ryan, the long story short is I went after this shit like a hound dog on a rabbit. Like, I just went. And whatever convention I would go to, I would take my mom's photocopier. Thank you, Mom. Make copies of my shit, drop off these packets, and just go.
Well, can I tell you why I ask? I mean, and it's a little bit selfish.
Sure.
But when I was about that age, 16, 17, I wanted to be involved in music.
Yeah.
And you were in San Diego. I was in, East Bug Tussle, Vermont. And so who was I going to meet? So I went down to the local. My father hated the idea. Same thing, starving artist. You're going to be eating out of trash cans. So I went down to the mall and I bought a book called This Business of Music by Sidney Schmel.
Sure.
Very highly technical book on the music business. And I said, I want to be a band manager because I don't need any talent to do that. So I came out of I was having lunch in the mall, and I came up the escalator, went out on the street, and there's 4 guys chasing each other around the sign in front of the mall. And it was right on a pedestrian street. So I asked the guys, I said, "Are you in a band?" And they said, "Yeah, we're a band called Windmill." I said, "Oh, great. I'm your new manager." Next thing I had gigs within weeks, and I was putting up posters and making money. So you really got to just assume, yeah, I kind of belong here. And then it kind of happens.
That's right. That's right. And Randy Siplon has a good point. Back then, you didn't have to worry about being doxxed and swatted. Simpler times. Yeah, man. Like the guys I used to call, the guys I cold called. Here's the list of the guys I cold called just by calling information: Mike Zeck, Arthur Adams, John Byrne, Eric Larson. And I used to call him and say, "I'm the kid that you said sucked." And then the guy who basically doxed himself was my friend Rob, because I did a whole segment on my show about comic portfolio reviews, and my buddy Mike, and he still has it. My buddy Mike bought a drawing of Strife, and Rob had happened to draw it on the back of his personal stationery, which had name, address, telephone, fax. So I bugged the hell out of him. I really did.
Randy's point was taken. Back in the day, you didn't have to worry about being swatted or doxxed. And when I was in New York, I was in New York for about 3 years, up until about a year ago.
Yeah.
And I stood in Times Square. This is my job, standing in Times Square and talking to everyone who came along and trying to sell them tickets to Broadway shows. And a lot of them were looking for a Broadway show, but I would hand out business cards, hundreds and hundreds a day, all with my phone number, my Facebook, my email. Nobody ever bothered me. Once every 6 months, I get a weird phone call.
Amen.
But so you could still do that.
Yeah. How you doing, Marshall?
Doing good. I have to ask you, man, did you ever call Jack
Kirby? Yes, I did.
What happened with that?
First time I called him, he invited me to his house and said, "Roz is making sandwiches and lemonade. Would you like to come over?" And I said, "Jack, yes, I would love to, but you live in Southern California and I live in Northern California." And he said, "Oh, when I met you in San Diego, I thought you were a native." And I said, "No, I'm not." and we would just talk about pretty much everything except for comics. He was telling me about his day, telling me about the flowers that his wife was planting, things like that. And then it wasn't until I moved down to Southern California and met a guy named Mike Thibodeau that we as Extreme Studios would go down and visit with Kirby, and you know, we would go in a group. It would be like Rob, Eric Stevenson, myself, Larry Martyr, and Mike Thibodeau, and we would go down and visit Kirby. And Rob would do business. Like Rob would go into the Kirby art room with Roz and like drop fat stacks and buy Kirby artwork. And Jack would entertain us in his living room, telling us war stories, you know, about his time as a soldier. He was a good dude.
Like a pilgrimage.
Oh, it was. And here's the thing that really sucks, man. Like when you're a kid, and this is like 93, 94, because Jack passed away in February of 94. I like part of today's culture I'm all for, and part of today's culture I'm not. But and I say that because, like, thank God I grew up in the 70s and 80s where a lot of the shit I did is not documented because embarrassing or incriminating. Would it pick your poison? But like, I don't have any pictures with Kirby. You know what I mean? Like, nobody whipped out their camera phone. Nobody brought their camera with them. We just went up to go see Jack. And nowadays, you know, I would have been like, selfie Jack, you know, like we would have had all that stuff. But thank God I had my memories, you know. Went to his funeral. Met a lot of comic book greats, you know. I'm still really close with Jim Steranko. Steranko and I are friends. You know, I never got to meet Buscema. I wish I did. He's one of those guys that is a pillar, you know, Mount Rushmore. Never got to meet Ditko, but Ditko was a hard one to try and meet. Mm-hmm. Hung out with. I've actually.
Hey, Dan?
Yes, sir.
I met Ditko.
Whoa.
I did.
How'd that go?
Well, I used to work on the corner of 47th and Broadway, right by TKTS, if you're familiar, right in the middle of Times Square.
Yes, sir.
And I found out that Ditko used to leave his office number or his office address right in the phone book.
He did.
Yep, he was on 49th or 50th Street. So I went over there. His name's right on the marquee. I told the doorman, I said, I'm here to see Mr. Ditko. He says, oh, head right up to the 5th floor. I went upstairs. There's a sign on the door that says S. Ditko.
Yep.
I took a picture of that door and knocked on the door, and Steve answered the door, and I asked him if he had any artwork for sale up there, and we talked for about 10 minutes. He did not.
Did he let you in?
No, he did not let me in.
Yeah. I hear there's like, it's like the riddle door. That's what I heard.
The riddle. Oh, you got to get the riddle of the Sphinx to get in?
Yes.
But I was polite, and I didn't, push him on anything. I just said, I'd like to buy some art, and I certainly would have had he offered. But he said no. And so I said, all right, well, thank you very much for meeting with me. And he said, no problem at all. And I turned around and left. And I did not take a picture deliberately.
Yeah. But you saw his face?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Matter of fact, our office was on 51st and Broadway, and we would see him all the time walking back and forth in front of the office with a little bag lunch.
That's pretty amazing, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I've carried Stan Lee before.
Oh. How'd that happen?
When I say we, I'm talking about Liefeld and I were on this whirlwind trip for Heroes Reborn in '96. And we did press junket for Heroes Reborn. We did Philadelphia, we did New York. And Philadelphia was the first stop. And Bob Harris was there, Jim Lee was there, Jason Liebig was there, and Stan was there. They were doing this big thing, and Stan wasn't feeling good before the press junket, so much so that he was feeling weak and needed help getting back to his hotel room. I was the big, strong boy that helped him back, and I basically carried him back to his room.
Wow. I can kind of sympathize. I hate to be like going toe-to-toe with you, but I used to work at a nightclub called...
Show me your bigger scar, though.
No,
like we're in like Lethal Weapon.
No, this is not quite as cool. It's almost as cool. But I worked at the Higher Ground nightclub in the early 2000s as a bouncer, and the owner was friends with Jefferson Starship. and it was the original guys. It was Marty Ballin and Paul.
I love Marty Ballin, dude.
Yep.
But you're not talking we built this city.
No. Actually, that was a problem because only 100 people showed up for the show because they thought it was that.
You thought it was Grace Slick and the other dude.
Yeah. So wrong band. So this is the original guys. So Paul was having trouble with walking, and so I had to carry him up the steps to the stage.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
No, the world's a funny place, dude. We intersect and.
Let me ask you this. Speaking of funny place, do you know the name Spurlock? If you know,
David Spurlock.
David Spurlock.
David's fantastic, man. He's the keeper of finery.
Let me tell you a story, and hopefully this will entertain the other folks, but you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Spurlock and I were at a Big Apple show, one of Carbo's shows at the Penn Hotel.
Carbonara, yeah, Mr. Bacon.
Hey, Mr. Carbonaro, then. Anyway, so we're at the show, and I start talking to Spurlock, and we start talking a little bit of politics.
Yeah.
And Spurlock says, "Oh, don't tell me you're a Republican."
Oh shit.
And I said, "Well, don't tell anybody." And Spurlock goes, "No, come with me. And he was just come on. So we're running across the convention. We're running, not walking, running through the Hotel Pennsylvania. We get all the way to Artist Alley to the other side of the building, the other side of the show. And he runs over to Billy Tucci, grabs Billy, who's working on something, and turns to me and says, "Billy, he's one of yours." and that's why I was actually at that Nashua show.
Is to see Billy? Oh no, to see Billy. That's right. That's where we met.
But that's how I met him, because Spurlock made this huge scene in the middle of the.
That's funny. No, Spurlock's good people, man. He's, like I said, he's the keeper of finery. Marshall Lee, what are you doing, man?
Hey, man, I'm just hanging out, trying to do some drawing while I'm listening. You guys got some stories.
Hey, Dan, I heard someone in the chat say Jack Kubert, and I just want to point out that it's Joe Kubert.
Yeah, Joe Kubert. That's right. You would know. You went to his school. That was always a dream of mine, man. Like when I was a kid, we didn't know about things like Cal Arts or the Kubert School. I only knew about that shit in the comic. Do you like to draw? Draw Zippy the Turtle. Like that was the shit that I knew.
Yeah. And
it always seemed like a crazy fantasy to me. What was that like going to that school?
Oh, it was a fantasy. I mean, Joe Kubert, obviously it's like you had to go down the line. So first year you had Adam Kubert, second year you had Annie Kubert, and then third year you had Joe Kubert, you know what I'm saying, for narrative art. But in between, like you had great guys like Fernando Ruiz, who's an Archie artist. You had Dave DeVries. Do you remember Dave DeVries? He did like a feeler. I think it was. He did like a Marvel collecting cards like in the 90s, all painted. Okay. He was like he did a whole series. We had like John Ostrander as John Ostrander, who created Doom Patrol, was.
I know who John Ostrander is. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like he was just like. I mean, his class was brutal. I mean, it was so good, but it was so heavy. Hey, cool. Can I share something real quick on the screen?
Sure. Pop your screen up, Brosif.
I gotta get going, guys. Thanks for having me, Fraga.
Metal, man, you're so talkative. I'm sorry, we've been talking so much. Thank you for joining us as always,
Thanks,
bro.
Man.
Great to see you here and in the chats. You want to get kicked?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna throw down an elbow kick right through Patrick. 1, 2.
No.
That's how we do. Thank you, Metal. All right, man. We'll see you soon. All right. Yeah, I know. A lot of guys went. Like Eddie Piskor went to Kubert's. You went.
Oh, yeah, and that's something I wanted to point out was your career, your young career reminds me a lot of Eddie Piskor. I mean, like those videos that you were making in the early 90s, it looks like the videos that Eddie's are making today.
Yeah.
Can you see this moon shot right now?
I can. It's beautiful, man. The city with the moon with us.
So this is for Johnny Phantasm 1985.
Oh yeah.
And this is hot off the press. My guy just sent this to me. I haven't even looked at it completely all the way through. You know, like for those of you that are following, like right now we're doing Johnny Phantasm 1977, but I'm already working on Johnny Phantasm 1985.
Which looks beautiful.
and this is a little bit of just a trailer. Again, like I haven't seen this at all. I'm just gonna play it real quick.
So it's an exclusive premiere.
And that's that. That's it so far.
That's nice, man. I have notes.
Yeah. Oh, tell me.
Here are my notes, man. The pan scene, cut it in half, because we get it.
Oh.
It's a cool scene of the city going by.
Let me just real quick. So like that's the raw footage. Like what we're gonna be showing is I'm gonna draw Johnny in a car with like buildings going past him. Like he's gonna be cruising like this. So it's gonna cut. So that scene is extra long, but it's gonna cut into him, and you're gonna see buildings going past his head.
Okay, good.
Like this.
And then
that
last shot. That last shot, I would start in closer on the car, and as the car is driving, I would pull the camera back and recede to basically reveal that it's a DeLorean. Stay normal on the back, and then be like, "It's a fucking DeLorean, bitches!" Yeah.
I appreciate that. Listen,
no problem.
I'm gonna get out of here as well. I just wanted to come and say hello. I saw you on here. I want to say hello to everybody.
Thanks for coming through. Let's take one more look. Let's take one more look at Johnny Fantasm before we get out of here, bro. Before I have to give you whatever kind of kick you want. Let's do a refresh. We are at 4,004. Yeah, that's good. Let me put the link. You guys, let's boost those numbers, man. Show Fantasm some love. Oh, Death Metal is already on that motherfucker, man. Gangster.
Yeah,
big love.
He's a jump here.
Big love to my mans. So yeah, and Passmaster says, hey, PDP.
Passmaster, add me on the Twitter, Patrick Thomas P1, and then also Riot Press Productions YouTube.
How you want to go,
He's
man?
amazing. I can tell by his name.
Passmaster's dope, dude.
But
how you want to go?
Before Patrick goes, I love that logo. Absolutely.
Oh, thank you. So let's see. Yeah, hit me this way, and I'm gonna bounce like this.
All right. Thanks for joining, dude. As always, take care of that lovely family of yours. We will see you soon. And then
I like the potential there. How much could a crime boss like learn over time? It looks like he's extending the tale, deeper, and I like it. It has potential,
That's right. Lore. I'm gonna open up the forum here to the rest of the chat. Y'all are welcome to come on in. I feel the presence. No, know what I mean. I'm talking about his name is the man. It's Mike Green. Yeah, you get your own song.
I'm back.
He's back.
Doing, sir?
Hopefully I can hear everyone this time. I think I can. I'm on my laptop now.
Bro, you got the 70s going. You like the sweet, the sweet, the flannel, the hair.
My hair. Yeah.
Yeah. You just need like a Schlitz or a Lowenbrow beer, and it's on.
I think you've got like a Bobby Sherman vibe, actually. Going on. Yeah.
Well, I normally have my hair all like gel, like pomaded up and everything. So this is the relaxed look.
Yeah.
How did the piccata turn out, bro? Good.
It's still going. So I took the advice of, I don't remember who said it, but a few months ago we were in a stream and I was cooking piccata.
Yes.
And someone said, "Are you gonna beat it? Like pound it down?" And I didn't. At that point, I was like, "No, I'm just in a rush."
Hail
so today
Patty.
I was like, I think that was either Rooster Puncher or someone was like, "You got to beat it." So today I beat my meat. So and then I put it in there, and now it's because I brown it first, then I do the pan sauce. Then
Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah. Then I put the chicken back in the pan sauce. So now it's kind of like in the pan sauce getting going. So it'll be good.
I forget. Did you use wine last time?
Yeah, I use a little bit of wine after I do after I brown all the chicken. I'll use a little wine to deglaze all the good little brown stuff from the bottom of the pan and get that all into the sauce.
My man.
It helps it scrape right off.
Flavor. That's how we do. I'm glad to hear you're drawing, Marshall Lee. I am sad to hear that you're not making more beats, though.
I know, man. I want to make music. I always have the hankering to make more music, but it's just like comics take so much time, you know.
Send me some beats and I'll rap on them. You know that.
I know. We gotta do a collaboration one of these days.
You got it. Should be sooner than later. I feel the presence. What do you know? I feel the presence of Death Metal. What up, Lou?
Yeah.
How you doing?
What up, y'all?
What up, creepy creeper? How you doing, man?
Oh, I thought you were shirtless for a second. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, we gotta make a lot more money before that happens.
Excellent.
How's it going, Battle?
I still haven't seen that movie. I gotta see it.
It's
like a cult classic.
Donnie Darko? Oh yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people
Good
love
stuff.
it, man.
Chuck Keyworth, we hit the goal yesterday. We thank Caesar EVS for the Nas boost. He said make it so, and it was so. It was amazing. I've never witnessed something like that before. It was pretty cool. Alpha Neba says I'm just high enough for this. Yes, you are. You've come to the right place. If you want to talk about Percocet, cannabis, and alcohol, they're all inside of this here, bunny.
You know, I'll tell you what.
The alcohol.
This Death Rabbit right here.
EVS can draw. He draws like you wouldn't. But if he could not draw, he would still be an incredible talk show host. Am I wrong?
You are not wrong. I think he could sell ice to an Eskimo.
EVS is a character.
Yes.
I think he could sell ketchup to fries.
Yep.
Hello, dog. My dog is coming to visit me. Hi, puppy.
Dogs, like you said, fries.
I've seen the evolution. It's fantastic because he used to be kind of like ASMR a little bit. You remember the old days?
Yeah, when you would show
you remember.
Look, here's my iPad, and would you like me to burn a Star Wars figure for you?
Like during the interview days.
Yeah.
Like
That's sultry voice.
I love the Michaels video as a classic.
The Witch? Where he would go shopping?
Art supply shopping at Michaels, yeah.
That'd be good.
That one was the first where I really saw like a lot of personality, and then I started going back to the other interviews, and I'm like, oh, there's a lot of great stuff on this channel.
I like those videos where he like shows you how to draw Batman or something. Like it's just like here, anyone. I think they'll be titled like anyone can draw Batman, and it's like he does like a little basic Batman, but you can follow along with it and draw it. It's pretty fun.
Oh yeah, I mean that's originally why I started watching his channel. I was like, hey, I know that dude, and he's drawing stuff. Awesome, I'm gonna watch.
Oh yeah. Speaking of campaigns, see, I'm gonna go into sales mode real quick. Speaking of campaigns, let's take a good look. Let's go take a look at Black Flag Pineapple Perception, Fragaboom's Black Flag Pineapple Perception comic. We're at an amazing 415,000. We got to kick the shit out of Cosmic Detective. That's what I've learned. I don't even know Cosmic Detective. It hasn't even registered on the Frega radar. What is exciting to me, though, is that 33 in the middle of our 1,334 backers. I love the number 33. That's my other favorite number. Going down, here's my perks. Look at that. That's how I sell my stuff right there. I'm just kidding. Check this right here. This image drawn by my longtime pal Pat Lee is the prospective cover of Black Flag.
There.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? This is the cover of potentially Black Flag 0.5, which will be filled with origin stories drawn by myself. All of the gangsters from the old days, Carl Altstetter, Pat Lee, Shelby Robertson, Dietrich Smith, Logan Libera. We also have coming to the Black Flag 0.5, none other than Shinobi Sasquatch artist Rob Willis. Rob Willis is going to be doing a Black Flag piece that is going to put every piece I've ever drawn to shame. But hey, I'm okay with that because I call it the blueprint. Now I know how to draw my characters correctly. Thank you, Mr. Willis, for that. Nah, it's always a treat anytime anybody draws my characters. At every level, even people that don't consider themselves professionals, I get to see people and their perception of these characters, their pineapple perception of these characters. And Anthony Perrone is right. Stickers. We hit the sticker goal.
Cosmic Detectives they're up by like 1,000 right now.
What are they at? 105?
Yeah, 105,376.
This cannot stand.
Well, when did you reach six figures?
Yesterday.
Yeah.
We did
that's
first.
Around 4,000.
Yeah, so we got to hit 150 first.
Yeah, we gotta whoop them. We gotta whoop them because you know what their stretch goals are. I took a look today because I don't even know what they were about. I took a look. Stretch goal, bookmark, like a bookmark. Stretch goal, we'll gild the pages with gold. Okay.
Why do I want that?
Right, man. How about a new book, man? How about
an ash can?
How about a bunny suit? There's no bunny suit in here. I'm looking at it right now. I don't see it.
There was a cosmic mohawk, and that made me sad because I can't. Mine is like quantum physics level. Like you have to like look really hard to find my mohawk.
There's not a bunny suit.
You're right.
I'll rock the hawk for you, buddy. Don't you worry.
There we go. Luke will do it.
I got you, fam.
That's more than cosmic. Black Flag will be bigger than sliced bread.
By the 18th, because there's a lot of people that are going to be getting paid on the 15th and the 16th. The ones that do get paid, they might be getting that money in half in the month. So you always see an increase at mid-month, and from the 15th to the 18th, you should see an increase. And if it's just basically like Sunday, like kind of weekend, but like a calm day, and you've seen like a $4,000 increase in the middle of a holiday, I mean that's impressive.
You know what it looks like, Sketch? You ever see that meme? You ever see that meme of that dude going like this? That's you right now.
It's just the way you arrange your campaign is smart because you can get the people that just got paid the first of the month. You get the people at the mid-month, and by the end of the campaign, it's gonna be good.
It's the first of the month.
Wake up.
Wake up.
Yeah, man. Bone Thugs.
Man, speaking of Pat Lee, I got this right here.
Let me make it big. Make it big on a motherfucker. Dark Minds, man. Classic. That's
he was on the other day. He was talking about that. I have these books in my collection, but I bought this on Amazon just because I was like, I want to collect it. I didn't have the trade paperback, so.
Amen.
Picked it up. It's beautiful.
Amen, dude.
Pat Lee's a heavy hitter.
He is. That's my homie.
I always felt like Pat Lee would do an amazing like Neuromancer comic. Like
I agree.
Looking at Dark Minds, that makes me think of Neuromancer. Just
they
like
had another
that desaturated color palette. Yeah.
He had another comic with Dreamwave called like Neon Cyber, I think it was. Yep. And it was like a kind of cyberpunk type, futuristic comic. It was cool. I remember it. It wasn't him drawing it though, it was someone else, but it was his stuff. It was his creation, I think.
Yeah, man.
That's awesome.
I love cyberpunk.
Mm-hmm.
Same.
I'm a fan myself.
You guys ever read Altered Carbon?
I've heard of it.
They made a Netflix series out of it. Richard K. Morgan. The Takashi Kovacs trilogy. Fucking fantastic cyberpunk.
I like that. I saw the Netflix only, but I enjoyed it. I came at it with a fresh perspective. I didn't even know that there was books before, but I enjoyed it. There's a couple of good things out there.
Yeah.
That was good.
Hail #1 Marvel fan. Man, he's got that cool incentive for anybody that shows they backed Black Flag at his shop. He gives them a discount. That's some gangster shit, man.
Hell yeah,
I love that.
That's great.
I love that out of the box. So I want to talk about a movie I've never seen before that we were talking about on Clayton and Replicator stream. They have this thing they call homework. So I told them to go see Old Boy. And someone else had to see another movie. Fuck, I forgot what it was. I was told I need to see The Raid, and there's a lot of people saying you haven't seen The Raid, or you haven't seen Raid 1 and 2.
I've never seen Old Boy.
Old Boy, the OG one, the Korean one. Don't see the Josh Brolin one. Big love, Josh Brolin. Big love to Spike Lee, but don't see that one. Go see the other one. Look at Anonymity says. Anonymity says. Oh, there we go. The rate is tight. Are you from the Bay, bro? You just said tight.
Tight.
If you said it's hella tight, I would have been
Hella
like,
tight.
he's hella from the Bay.
You know which street he lives on at that point.
He does.
Yeah.
Like, here's the thing: when we were
Well,
kids,
I'm at the same point. I haven't seen the raid, but I saw Old Boy.
Old Boy's crazy, dude. Don't give it up for some people who haven't seen it. But yeah, man, when we were kids in the Bay, Mike can vouch for this because he's a Bay dude. We weren't allowed to say the word hell, so everything was hecka tight. Man, that's hecka tight.
Yeah, hecka.
Like hecadecimal?
Yeah, like
well, then you travel somewhere. Like I remember going to Colorado when I was a kid for something, for like a youth retreat thing, and we were saying hecka there, and even hella, and they're like, "What are you talking about?" They were like, it was like an accent to them. They're like, "Oh, you got like that California accent."
Wicked fucking
hecka.
tight, pal.
Yeah,
that is
wicked.
fucking tight. You know, he's a fucking northeasterner.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Kevin recognizes that shit.
Yeah, Vermont's the worst because up in Vermont they didn't want you to swear. So if you want, you have to say, "Hey there, Jeezum Crow." That's what it was.
Jeezum Crow. Yeah.
Jeezum Crow. Yeah.
I went to college in New Hampshire. Yeah.
Mr. Randy Siplon is bringing up E40, repping from the Bay, repping from the V-Town, Vallejo Town. Yeah. He had the weirdest rap style, man. You listen to E40, he had that trippy-ass hyphy sound. I grew up in Martinez, so we could see Vallejo from across, the water. Vallejo, Benicia, Crockett. Those were the spots, man. But crazy shit.
Vallejo,
Crazy stuff.
I think it's Boris Vallejo.
Say what? Would you say
your mic? Your mic sounds good. What? Go ahead,
The
Sketch.
only Vallejo I know, I think, is Boris Vallejo, something like that. There's an artist named Vallejo.
Oh, Boris. Yeah, it's weird because, this is the weird thing. I learned Spanish, and when I meet people with double L's, I straight up yay it, But like Vallejo, like where we're from, it's so weird. Like you would think the word Benicia is Benacaya, but it's Benicia.
Yeah.
Vallejo, they call it Vallejo, but Boris Vallejo. Or
it took me getting it wrong. You're right. I'm sorry.
No,
but you know the
getting
guy I mean, though, right?
Boris, yeah, he drew all those flexing dudes, and Julie Bell drew all the flexing chicks, and they were fucking. They
some
were
Marvel
awesome.
Masterpieces cards that I still have.
They were excellent. The way I learned about their stuff is when I was and a lot of you guys know we got a panel of dudes that probably saw like Charles Atlas ads and shit and were skinny and were like, I need to work out. So I was a big fan of Joe Weider's Muscle and Fitness, and Boris Vallejo used to paint these paintings of like these Olympians like flexing, looking dope, and looks like Complex bounced. And you too can gain 30 pounds by drinking this pure, whatever it was.
But that's hero of the beach.
Yeah,
Protein shakes.
Dan, I figured I'd cut out the middleman and get the Count Dante course, so that way I could use the Dim Mac and just kill people. Remember that ad?
Yeah. No, I know the Dim Mac. I know it.
Okay.
No, I do.
Touch.
I learned the Dim Mac. It's really good. But the weird thing, I don't know if it's a Portuguese thing or if it's a Frega thing. If I do it on you, you'll die. But it'll take like, I don't know, 30 years, 40 years. Yeah, it'll happen. You're guaranteed. After I've touched you, you will die at some point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like Uncle E's death touch.
Yeah.
Don't let him shake your hand.
Mine's called the Dumb Mac, though, and it just doesn't work. So corny. You could tell I'm a dad. Father of four.
Is that like the technique from Pai Mei in Kill Bill? Something like that?
Yes.
We got to have like the reversal.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Mike, wait. Thank God I blinked, because if I saw all of that mojo, I think I would have been out. VIP says, get that pink gorilla in there. Oh, yeah, Wiggle, Debrosif. Yeah, man, Wiggle's going to come up in here. Pink. Okay, I got to make a song up, all right? Here's your link, man. As soon as I see you, I'm going to drop an ill beat on you. Actually, no beat.
I used to mess with the Fruity Loops. I still got it in there, but I haven't used it
FL
in
is
a while.
dope, bro.
Yeah, man.
Killer, purple gorilla. Yo,
Nice.
yo, can you feel it? We're not a shiller. A killer filler, purple gorilla. Yo, what do you think? This here gorilla ain't purple, he pink. What up, gorilla?
How's it going, Frank?
How you doing, Wiggle Wiggle?
Can't hear me, can you?
I can hear you, man. I can. Can you hear us?
I can hear you great. Cool, man. I'm doing great.
Excellent. Looking good. Looking good.
Oh.
That's bananas.
Hey, you know, I own a pink gorilla suit because I feel there's always a time in your life you need to have a pink gorilla suit.
It's true.
You never know.
You never know. I have a Spider-Man suit.
Here I am.
I have a Spider-Man suit. I have the dude from Operation. You know, the dude that you have to pull the guts out of. And now I have a pink bunny suit. So one of these days I should do a mashup. You know.
Just take parts from all of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. How you doing this fine Sunday? Happy Mother's Day to you. Your mother.
Doing good.
Word to your mother.
That's a good song, dude. Excellent. So we're talking about all kinds of things around the sun today. We're at the hour 36 mark. We're talking about the Raid movie. What is the Raid about for you guys who've seen the Raid? No spoilers. What's the Raid about?
It's a bunch of dudes in a building, like, and this guy comes in and takes them all out. They're like gangsters and shit. Yeah, like he's like a SWAT guy.
Sounds like Judge Dredd.
Yeah, I've heard it compared to Dredd, the newer Dredd movie where he just works his way up a building.
Dude,
I actually haven't seen the Raid either yet, but a million people have told me to watch it. But I like that movie Dredd that came out. That was
Drug Lord Tower says anonymity. That sounds good. You guys ever see District 13 French film?
Yeah.
A lot of
wait a minute.
It's got parkour in it. A lot of parkour. People running on building tops and jumping and shit.
Yeah.
District 13.
Yeah, District 13 is
No, I'm thinking District 9.
No, that's a whole different thing. Here's a description. Indonesian SWAT team takes out gangsters in a building. Sold.
Yep. That's it.
Anonymity says choreography is great. Sold.
Yep.
Lots of destruction porn. Bullets everywhere.
Past Master Dan is asking for you, Wiggle Wiggle, to use sign language so he can hear you better.
That's like that Jane Goodall movie, right?
The Jane Goodall. Yeah, here we go.
Congo.
Coco, the talking monkey, says apple nipple hungry. Apple nipple hungry. You guys never seen that thing? You guys, it was called Three Brain. You guys don't remember Three Brain?
No.
You guys are making me sad. This is early 2000s YouTube. There was a comedy troupe called Three Brain, and they had a song about Coco the talking monkey, and I just sang the song to crickets.
We were like, where's he going with this? Is he freestyling right now?
I know. What is this apple nipple hungry shit?
Yeah.
Whenever I think of Coco the gorilla, I always think of Robin Williams' little bit about how Coco like came onto him or something like that.
Whenever I think of Robin Williams and anything hairy, I think of him putting his hand in his arm and acting like he was eating vagina.
You like that? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's good.
Oh man. Okay. Alex VRB. Alex VRB. Ong back is awesome.
Oh yeah.
Tony Jaa is awesome until he speaks, which is a bummer.
That one.
Which is a bummer because he's really awesome, but it's always weird when you see this badass and then he goes, "Cut the girl down," and you're like, "Wait,
I can't take you seriously anymore."
Right. We will not stand up to you anymore. It's like, oh, dude. I prefer put the girl down. You will not touch her. I can't understand you. Uh-oh, J Money's calling you out. Wiggle, you're getting called out, man. Wiggle broke monkey character. Are you sure? J Money, are you sure?
Well, here's the thing. I docked my face. I docked my face for the chat so they could hear me.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's all
Hey
right.
guys, I'm gonna dip out. I gotta go. My chicken's ready, so I'm gonna go.
Enjoy
take
it.
care of that and
Happy
Bon
Mother's
appetit,
Day
guys.
and belated birthday to your lady, dude.
Oh yeah.
Very cool.
Thank you. All
Be
right,
well.
I'll see you guys later.
Okay.
It's great you're telling me about all these movies. Every time I think I figured culture out, there's so much stuff that I missed.
Yeah, this is a place to find it, man. This is a place to find it for sure. Hey, Rooster Puncher, you want to come up in here, dude? Are you scared? Are you scared? Because we got another 20 minutes. I'm gonna cut at the 2-hour mark. So when we hit 10:15 or so, or sorry, 11:15, we're gonna go because I could feel my pulse in my ball sack right now, which means I need another Percocet. I need another Percocet. Who's the best, Tony Jaa or Jet Li? What do you got there, Rooster? I mean, Rooster Luke.
Jet Li.
Let's see. Oh yeah, dude. Okay, see the Sensuous Frazetta and the Frazetta Sketchbook. Those are David Spurlock books. When you heard Ryan talking about Spurlock curated those books. That's why when I say he's the curator of finer things. Yeah,
These
dude.
books are fantastic, man.
Yeah,
I saw these and I had to get them.
They make me want to be a better homie. You know what I'm saying? Like every time I see Frazetta, I get encouraged to do even better. Let's see. What is this? You should give the Ray 2 watch. It's really damn good. I'm going to watch both of them. I need to figure out how to do both. Chocolate is a great kung fu movie. I'm going to have to find it. I don't know how. You know what's really crazy? I'm going to tell you guys a little story as I do, as your host, Fragaboom, does sometimes. I worked on this Boost mobile campaign back in 2003. And it featured, what's his name? Russell Simmons. There you go. Russell Simmons and this new rapper called The Game. And I knew what Russell looked like because I was a Def Jam fan. But this new guy, it was that Chirp Chirp Boost Mobile. You remember that back in the day? Chirp Chirp. Yeah. But they didn't have any pictures of The Game. And I said, hey, can you get me some pictures of The Game? And they're like, oh, we don't have any. Just Google him. And so I type in The Game.
Nothing. Too generic.
I put in The Game rapper, and then Parappa the Rapper shows up. So when I see something, no, but when I see something like, yo, Chocolate's a good movie, I'm like, chocolate movie. Uh-oh.
Well, there's a romantic movie called Chocolates or something.
I know
like that.
Chocolat, but if I look up chocolate movie,
there's gonna be a lot of movies.
Chocolate Wire Fu movie, maybe.
Two girls in a cup.
Especially if you don't.
No, I ain't going there. Ain't going there.
No.
That one.
Hey, thank you, Anonymity T, for the $10. Put everything on hold and watch The Man from Nowhere. You are welcome. The Man from. Sir, I keep a running thing of notes in here.
And I'm going to give my verdict. I think that's ice cream in the prison pocket. I don't think that is what it looks like.
Is The Man from Nowhere, is that a Neil Gaiman film? Is that the same one?
I don't know. We can have to ask Mr. Anonymity T. Thank you so much for the tip and the $10 super chat. Your super chat helps the channel. Helps me work out whatever this glitch thing that's happening. It's so weird. I don't know what's going on.
Dan, I love your stories. You kind of come out, you've worked a lot of places and on a lot of things. So you're sitting here talking to us, and all of a sudden, like the Boost Mobile story, and you come up to it and you say, yeah, I was sitting around at Geico one day, and they were going to hire this new spokesman, and all of a sudden, like a salamander walks in. I said, yeah, I think he'll work out.
Except we fired him. We fired him and hired the gecko.
Right, exactly. Right.
Zero depressive with your I don't know what a Ron is, but if it's a Ron Popeil, I'll take 50 Ron Popeils. Thank you so much. Kevin, I remember when some early CG guys had that look of stupor and forced introspection because of what was happening around them on a stream. Good times. Have you met Cecil?
No. I've spoken. I've been on a stream with him, but I've never met him.
Mr. Hunter Grendel, thank you ×2. Number one, thank you for the $1.99 super chat. Bought your last 32-ounce Black Flag tumbler. Hold on. Thank you, Mrs. Fraga.
Hail, Mrs. Fraga.
She says you're
I
welcome.
like the way
Hunter Grendel says thank you for the last 32-ounce Black Flag tumbler. So big love for the missus. She says thank you back. Thank you very much.
The way the signature is preserved on those.
Oh yeah, man, those are deep. Have I met Ron Jeremy? I have.
How was that?
I was at Universal Studios, going on the Jurassic Park ride. And thank you, Andrew. Yeah, she says thank you, Andrew, as well as thank you, Hunter, and thank you, Andrew. So I was waiting to get on the Jurassic Park ride. And you know how they have like the speed pass sort of things where they go, oh, wait, we got to let some people on. They let Ron Jeremy and some really very young
I am not surprised whatsoever.
And then, because we were supposed to get in the front, and then they escorted him on, and we had to sit behind him. And of course, I said to him, bro, you're the hedgehog.
Bloody course you did.
Man. I said, oh, you're the hedgehog. And he's like, hey.
The Higher Ground nightclub, we were really, really active considering it was in Vermont. And we used to get all kinds of weird acts and whatever they had in. So Ron Jeremy actually did a comedy tour where he brought in Jello wrestling.
Oh, fun.
So he showed up at the club and he took pictures with everybody and all the guys. He would get into a pose. As soon as they would say, are you ready for the shot? Jeremy would go like this. And then everybody in the place had that same picture, except for one girl who insisted on making out with him because she'd already made out with Gene Simmons, and that was like another check off her list.
Was she gonna do one of the? Do you see about those groupies that make casts? They're called the something
plaster casters. Yeah,
plaster casters. Thank you. Yeah, where they make the wangs.
Wow.
Yeah, you're like, what? I'll tell you the story. Ron Jeremy was the
You
lead
should
in
just
my very first
crowdfund
film.
your wang. If it's that popular, just put it out there. You know what I'm saying?
No, this is what these girls would do. They were professional groupies, and they would go around and go backstage. They were all really good looking, and they would say, we're the plaster casters, and they would go up to someone like Robert Plant or Gene Simmons or Paul Stanley or what's his face? I want to say Bret Michaels, but I also want to say Fergie, but I want to say Bret Michaels. Bret Michaels.
Bret Michaels.
Wait a minute.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So
How could Fergie have a?
nah, because Bret
You know
Michaels
what?
looks
I don't
like
wanna-
Fergie to me. She looks like Fergie to me.
Wait, whoa, hold up. Are we talking about the same Fergie, like my lumps, my
Yes,
horribly
and she's
contagious-
a friend of mine, and I used to tell her she looks like a girl version of Bret Michaels, and I used to joke with her about that shit. Oh yeah, we used to get high in my garage before she was part of the Black Eyed Peas. She was my
No
friend.
shit. That's
she was
awesome.
one of my friend Ray's girlfriend. So
we had them into the Higher Ground. They were the opening act for a band called Antibolus. Back when they were first opening, yeah. So we got
about Black Eyed Peas, or when she was with White Orchid.
No, Black Eyed Peas.
Okay.
I can't remember the record, but it was real early.
Yeah, welcome, Spencer. What up, Spence? So these plaster casters would go backstage and get these rock stars hard. They would wrap their wangs in plaster and make molds of their hard penises, and they have these sort of shelves of trophies of like, there's Ozzy Osbourne, there's Bret Michaels, there's and it was like
life goals.
a Hall of Wang.
Look, I need a percentage if they're going to go into production. I'm saying,
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you got to get paid for your work.
All right.
Sketch,
That
you
was
still
hard
sketching?
work.
You still sketching? Sketch. Let's take a look.
Yeah.
Bring it
I
up.
don't know if I'm doing good. How am I
You
doing?
are. You are doing great, man.
Yeah, man.
Cool,
Hey,
man.
you know
What are you
what?
working in?
Some people want that vampire tea. Vampire tea. You take those pads, you pop them in hot water, enjoy it. That's all you, bro. That is all you. Barb Rogers gives the green face. She knows. Barb Rogers, Gun Girl, gives the green face as, you know, to eat their own.
Dan, you want to tell the story? What is that?
Which story?
What?
White Orchid with you and Fergie getting high in your garage.
Oh yeah, so she used to date. We call my friend Ray the man with the golden microphone, and the reason we call him that is that it's a euphemism. His penis was the golden microphone, and whenever a girl would date him, she would inevitably be on TRL within a year's time. He dated Fergie, he dated Ashley Simpson, he dated a couple other girls, and he was a session guitarist, very talented one. He did a lot of studio work for the Black Eyed Peas, did a lot of studio work for Santi Gold, a lot of other people. But he was dating her when she was part of White Orchid. Brought her over to the house. We used to just hang out. Matt Yackey. I wish Matt Yackey was here. Matt Yackey used to chill. We were called the Cloud City Gang, much like the dudes here. And we used to smoke out and hang out, and she would. And I remember the day she it was after she was part of the Peas. I got to go in on the session where they did Where's the Love. I got to watch them record the Where's the Love song. And she was in my garage and we were smoking, and she said, guys, I have a really crazy question to ask you. Because we just called her Stacy, right? That was her name, Stacy. She's like, I got a question. Can you guys from now on just call us Fergie? And we just laughed at her. We're like the Duchess of York? You mean the fucking Duchess of York? She's like, no, like Ferguson. That like the guys think I should call myself Fergie, and we're like, yeah, we'll do that. Okay. You know. But yeah, I remember the day she asked us, and it was like, you know, it'd be like me going, can you guys call me Fraga? I don't know. Like I don't know.
Fraginator.
Fraga. No, that's very cool.
Shit.
No, but it's like a stage name. If you're in Hollywood, you understand.
Say that again, Sketch.
If you're in Hollywood, you kind of get the stage name thing.
Yeah. That's the thing, man. I lived in SoCal since 1992, and between experiences with going out with Rob Liefeld and then, you know, meeting my friend Chris, and he's going to be a guest on this show. I keep forgetting to mention that. Chris Kirkpatrick from NSYNC is going to come on the Fragaboom show in the next couple weeks.
Nice.
Old school homie.
Wow. You're going to get Joey on too, right?
I could probably get Joey on. Yeah. Chris is more fun. I love Joey, but Chris and I have had adventures. And when I say adventures,
nice. All right.
Fucking adventures. Let's see. Thank you, Andrew Sabina, my good friend. Love to hear you talk about directing and film work sometime, and Sketch. That alien is looking sick. Great work. Absolutely. Look at that thing, man. It's coming to life. Looking fantastic. Beautiful stuff, dude. Excellent.
Yeah, like those comics are what got me really into comics, man. Aliens.
Yeah, man.
Dude, Dark Horse used to put out some damn good fucking Alien and Predator comics back in like the 90s. Like the early 90s into the mid and late 90s. Like they did some really good Alien and Predator stuff.
100%. My favorite Alien comic book is still Walt Simonson. He did the one based on the movie, or well, he did it before the movie was around. But yeah, I've got tons of directing, film directing, animation directing stories, tons, and we'll be spilling the beans here on the Fragaboom show, or the Couch Doodle show featuring me. This has been brought to you by Percocet. If you
Hollywood Velvet Smooth.
If you have not felt pain in a while, let the Percocet in.
So if you got a chance to do a Black Flag cartoon and you got to like direct an episode, would you?
100%. That I mean, I know that pipeline in and out. Like, you know, in fact, if I wouldn't just want to direct it, I would request that I could showrun it. Because my job at Mattel essentially was one job down from show running. Like my main guy was Audu Payton, and Audu was the director of Animaniacs.
That's where I've heard that name before.
Yeah, he did the Real Ghostbusters, Godzilla. Fantastic talent. I mean, an amazing talent. And he taught me how to run a room. And by run a room, I mean like when I'm in when I'm in the recording studio with voice talent, and I've got a 90-minute script, and I'm recording scene A with one person, and then I go and do a scene that's 20 pages down the line, and then an hour later I'm doing the answer to the previous scene. I have to keep all that stuff in my head and keep it all together. And Audu is the person who taught me how to do that. But I mean, that's just one aspect. Animation, especially at that level, you're curating the script to be what it should be. You're supervising the storyboards so they are what they're supposed to be. You're supervising design so it is what it is. You're supervising the voice direction so the acting's correct. Supervising animation, effects.
Is it like creative control?
100% creative control, but it also, like, everything sinks or swims on you. You fuck up, it's your fault. So it's a heavy is the crown, as they say.
That's where the buck stops.
And Dan, I think the stories, I think they're less about because sometimes it almost feels a little bit like bragging, but it's not. It's just that you wind up working with some sharp cookies. Some people that are really on their game, really creative, and really just bring interesting stuff to light. So
it does sound, you bring up a good point, like the bragging aspect. I realized one time someone asked me to tell the story of how I got to where I was as far as directing. And I realized, like, my story was paved in glorious people. And I always would start the conversation with, "I hope you have your steel-toe boots on, because I'm about to name drop like a motherfucker." But
I always got my steel-toe boots on.
But I literally can't tell it without mentioning them. Otherwise it'd be, "So I met this high quality producer who made a lot of pop stuff." I'll just say his name, Pharrell Williams. I'll just say it because it's literally part of the story, and for me to take it out makes it even weirder.
Word.
But I this is what I have to say regarding that. And Anthony Perone is right. He says, humble brag, I can't do it without saying it. But here's the thing, man. I literally believe that I lived a life like Forrest Gump. Like there have been a lot of right places, right times, situations where I just go, yo, if that didn't happen, I wouldn't have done this. And it seems very serendipitous. So I definitely feel like Forrest Gump. Rob Replicator asks, you met Pharrell? Yes, I met Pharrell. I worked with Pharrell. I worked on developing an animated series with him. The series fell apart, and as a consolation, he brought my work to Paul Hunter, music video director, and Paul Hunter was the one who got my storyboard career started. So if it wasn't for Pharrell and Paul Hunter, I wouldn't be doing what I was doing. But it all goes back. If it wasn't for Chris Kirkpatrick, I wouldn't have met my friend Josh, who introduced me to Pharrell. So it's like this whole weird chain of things.
Dan,
every time you say Chris Kirkpatrick, I keep hearing that lyric from the Eminem song.
Kirkpatrick, get your ass kicked. Yeah. You know where we were when I first heard that song? We were on Melrose Avenue in Los Angeles, and he was shopping at this place, and I remember they had the art direction with these giant-sized mirrored balls on the ceiling, and that song came on. I'm like, oh shit, I'm still and I'm like, yo, bro, did you fucking hear that? He goes, yeah, did he just say I'll get my ass kicked? I'm like, yo, yeah, he did. He's like, that's fucking awesome. Like, he thought it was the coolest thing. He was in an Eminem song, man.
Of course.
Yeah. It's funny, Dan, when I met you, the funny thing is, believe it or not, I had never seen your art. I had no idea who I went down there to see Billy, and there you were, and we started chatting, which is kind of cool. Yeah. You know what my first and only work in film was?
Stunt double for John Holmes.
No. I was, believe it or not, I was a storyboard artist.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
On the movie, I forget what they're calling it this week. Either My Ex-Girlfriend's Wedding Reception or Wedding Band with Dom DeLuise and Debbie Gibson and Martin Gigi.
Dude, that's awesome. Dom DeLuise is fucking legendary. I loved him in Cannonball Run, dude. That was like my guy.
I had breakfast with him in Stowe.
That's amazing. And Debbie Gibson, dude, or Deborah, or whatever she's called.
Yes.
Whatever he's called these days. Angry Liquid, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Hell,
You know how we got Dom on the film? He lived in Manchester, and he was his cousin was our cinematographer, who was a guy. Oh, I'm going to forget. He won the Academy Award for Il Postino, but he's nobody that you would have ever heard of. But we were looking for a guy to play the priest in the wedding, and he said, "Oh, I'll just pick up the phone and call my cousin Dom." Okay,
That's pretty awesome.
Yep. Massimo Zeri. Ciao bella, everyone. Massimo Zeri. Yep. No,
Angry
no,
Liquid, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. What kind of soundtrack would you play in a Black Flag movie or cartoon? It would be a combination of things that I liked as a kid. Anytime that we got into heavy duty action, like people always say, like if you had to go on like a full on mass killing spree, not in like a killer sort of way, but like if you had to like go handle business, I always say I would put on my headphones and put on Guns N' Roses' Welcome to the Jungle, because it just makes me get charged up. But for the most part, like if it was just like regular, like ambient music, I'm a big fan of Samurai Champloo, and I love Nujabes, but I would go and I would hire DJ Premier, who's my favorite living, let me clarify that, my favorite living hip-hop producer. Jay Dilla would take it on all time, but my favorite living hip-hop producer is Primo, and I would get Primo to do a lot of it. But anytime we got hyped up, I would definitely interject some GNR in there some way, somehow.
I like that Don't Damn Me one. Which one was the one in the movie, the Terminator 2? That was a good one, too.
Oh, You Could Be Mine. Yeah, that was a good song.
That whole movie is just gold.
Samurai Champloo is such a wonderful mix of hip hop and just anime, man. Like that. Such a show.
Have you ever heard John 5's cover of Welcome to the Jungle?
No, how is it? Is it good?
Dude, it's completely instrumental, but John 5 used to be the guitarist for Marilyn Manson. He's currently the guitarist for Rob Zombie. He will make that guitar talk.
His solo stuff is so good.
Dude,
right?
so good.
It's fucking amazing.
So
like
fucking
he will
good.
make that guitar sound like Axl Rose singing
That's awesome.
Welcome to the Jungle.
Yeah, Dan,
check that shit
you
out.
would dig his shit. What is it, like John 5 and the Creatures or something like that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check
John
it out,
5
man.
and the Creatures,
He
man.
did
He's
some Michael
fantastic.
Jackson stuff too.
Holy
Yep.
shit, dude. It's
Yep.
groovy as hell.
So fucking
really,
good, dude.
Oh yeah. Dude,
You
he's
guys like
fantastic.
Buckethead? You guys like Buckethead?
Hell
Yeah.
yes.
Oh yeah.
Right on.
Fuck
If
yeah.
you like Buckethead,
Oh, yeah,
you'll
Buckethead.
dig John 5 stuff for sure, dude.
I'm gonna okay. Look at that. I'm gonna put that
fan
in
of
my
Manson.
thing too. Man from Nowhere, John 5. See, I'm taking notes like a motherfucker. Oh, you guys, I want to give you guys a heads up. 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday, I'm going to be on Skits Comics show, and
Hell
then
yeah.
Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to be on that crazy man Commie Marks show. So definitely join on Tuesday at 4 p.m. on Skits and 5 p.m. on Wednesday on Commie Mark. I'm excited to go on both. I know that Skits is a very sane man. Commie Mark seems like he might be insane, but I love him, but he seems like he
Oh,
might
yeah?
be
I
nuts.
talked to him. He's a cool dude.
That's
He
awesome.
is. He's
Again,
a
you
cool
know,
dude.
you know what all of Comicsgate needs? I mean, everybody, Ethan, everybody. We almost like need like a TV guide, so you can
Yeah.
know who's
Yeah.
doing what show and when it's on. You can go watch it. And
I need that
Dude,
shit.
for
I need
real.
that shit. I need to know when I'm going on, because half the time I don't know until I see it on Twitter, and I'm
That's
like,
the
oh,
thing,
yeah.
though. That's the thing.
You know. And then guys like Ethan, who's my buddy, and I consider him a close friend. I'll say to him, "Yo, man, when you going on? I don't know. Like maybe later, maybe later." And then like I'll get the link at like 2 a.m. I'm like, I'm tired.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's like I got invited last night to join Star Wars Girl and Cecil, but like the link came in at 4:30. I'm like, nope, I'm not.
yeah,
doing
I was watching that. 4 o'clock in the morning, Cecil comes on.
it. Yeah. I mean, I wish I was up,
Sleep is
but
just fucked, man.
yeah, Perk had me out, man. That's it. Nujabes is good too. Yeah, Nujabes, man. I have a funny story about that. And you got the Wu-Tang, Wu Gambino.
Wu-Tang ain't nothing to fuck with.
Wu-Tang has something to do with this story. So I had just discovered Samurai Champloo, just discovered the work of Nujabes, and was big on him. Like, I love flowers, counting stars. Excuse me. Donnie Cates gets the link at 147.
Fucking A.
So there's this sushi place right next door to the Gervais studio, and the sushi chef was a Japanese man, but he was wearing a Wu-Tang headband, you know. And I said, "Oh, you're a fan of Wu?" And he's like, "Oh yeah." And I said, "I just got introduced to Japanese hip hop." He's like, "Oh yeah, who?" I said, Nujabes. And he's like, "Oh yeah, too bad though, huh?" And I was like, "Too bad what?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, man, he came out of the Tokyo subway, got on his motorcycle and got into an accident and died." I was like, "What the fuck? What are you talking about?"
No.
And he's like, "Yeah, like maybe 3 weeks ago." I'm like, "That's fucking lame, dude." You know, it's like you find someone who like is like instant favorite. Like I connected with Nujabes stuff instantly, and then only to find out he's dead. It fucking sucked.
Struck a chord with you, you know, using the musical terminology, kind of struck a chord with you immediately.
Yeah. Ice-T's body count. That's right. Cop killer.
Yeah.
Anyone from Cypress Hill though? Why not just kill a man? I smoked out with those guys before, but I'm not from Cypress Hill. I love Cypress Hill. Yeah, for me that's Jay Dilla. Yeah, exactly. And Slum Village. I actually storyboarded a Slum Village video. I'm trying to remember the name of the song. Da, 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 da. But Jay Dilla wasn't in the song, and it had Kanye in it. She's something. Anyway, I forget. Not worth bringing up. Not worth bringing up, man. We have passed the 2-hour mark. Sketch, that's looking amazing. I need to go upstairs. I need to get out of my bunny suit. I need to take a Percocet. I need to have another glass of whiskey, and I need to pass out so I can be up and ready.
Hey, I'm gonna be real for a second. Just absolutely dead real. Okay.
Do it,
Mixing
Sketch.
Percocets and alcohol is like very extremely dangerous.
Why is it dangerous?
Okay.
Tell me why it's dangerous.
I would
Because
do
you fall
Percocet
asleep and
with
die.
a glass of water.
Oh, I don't want to
That's like
die.
one of the easiest. It's just very, you know, you could do it like extremely lightly, but it's better to just smoke and do the Percocets than mix it too much with alcohol.
I'm gonna
Just
take your
specifically
advice,
that
Sketch. You
Yeah,
might have
for
saved my
sure.
life, bro. You might have saved my life.
He's not wrong.
can't
Take
mix
that.
it.
I
Michael
100%
Green. Michael Green
agree.
warned me of it the other day, but I'm not getting lifted. I'm not getting lifted. I'm just having a sip. But if you guys recommend that,
it's
that's
just that you fall asleep. You won't get a
you-
big buzz.
Yeah,
if
you're
you
number
just fall
2.
asleep.
Sketch, you're number 2 on that warning. Mr. Green was number 1. I'm going to take your advice and get saved. This is how you save a life.
Hey, Dan, thanks for having me on, man.
Hey, dude, you're welcome anytime, Mr. Ryan. Thank you, Mr. Siplon. Thank you.
Well, Sketch, you're getting real good.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I'm going to send you. I'll send you on Facebook one of the Mark Wilkinson drawings. You got to check this guy out.
I'd love to. Sketch, that's looking amazing. Hopefully, when you check in with us next time, we'll see a finished version of that. Yeah.
Word.
I'll keep at it. I don't know how to do it like in one day, but I can like keep at it in like 2 or 3. I'll knock one out.
Do it. Come back and show us more. Make sure when you do those hands, though, claw them up, bro. Get those claws going, and make sure they read. Make sure they read. Right now, you have them inside themselves. Make sure you poke them a little bit so we get that danger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that.
Okay.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Make them aim at the camera.
Yeah, that's what's up. All right, gang.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you guys how y'all wants to be kicked. Actually, Kevin, you haven't been here before when I've done the kickings. This is how I close my show, especially when I got a full house. Oh God, fuck this hernia. Fuck me. All right. What I do, Mr. Ryan, is I go counterclockwise, which is you. You're 12 o'clock. You ready? Mr. Ryan, are you frozen? I can't tell.
Oh,
He is.
shit.
He is. He's like, no, I'm doing
I think he might have self-kicked.
Nah.
The internet kicked him.
Mr. Ryan, I'm gonna kick you. I'm gonna kick you like a baby. Ah. All right. Sketch, how you want to go, bro?
You know what? Random. Your pick.
Oh shit!
We love you, Sketch. We'll see you. That was called the quiet kick. We love you, bro. Come back, bring your drawing, dude. Love you, man. All right, Luke, how you want to do this?
Bruce Lee, brother, always.
All right, thank you, sir. Always. And
I live.
forever. What the fuck?
I live. You can't kill the metal.
One more time. There we go. He's out. Wait. What? What the fuck, man?
Oh my God! What?
You be bouncing like basketballs. Bounce. Peace. All right. Mr. Wiggles. Wiggle.
Gorilla rap.
How do we get rid of you, man? How do you want to go?
Gorilla rap.
Gorilla rap. All right. Let me see if I can do it. I can rap a lot or I can rap a little. Talking about the purple monkey, nice pink wiggle, dance, wiggle, go. Gonna have to what kick you, yo, push. Just you and I, Spencer. I am here. You are here. How are you, sir?
Magical. Oh, I'm drunk as all hell right now.
My man.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
100K in a bunny suit. Right? Kick me however you please. Hail to the dudes.
Can you kick it, Rooster Puncher? What rhymes with puncher? Except for a hair scruncher, like a scrunchie. I have the munchies. I have to eat them like the lunchy. Oh, I don't know. I'm on the fence. I'm gonna have to kick my man named Spencer. I haven't kicked you yet. I haven't lost that bet. Hey, Spencer, how's that game? Tell me about that comic book with the name Void Walker. Leave them bodies all laying in the chalker. Oh, let me tell you about the thing like a creaker. Talking about that place called Health Seekers. Drop that list in the chat, bro. Anybody got Health Seekers? Drop it in the chat, yo. That's all I got, man. That's all I got. It's really terrible. It's really terrible. But what I'm gonna do right now is what movie was that where it was Ace Ventura Pet Detective, where they're like, laces out, Dan, right? Laces out. You remember that movie?
Yes. I'm really drunk though.
Hey, Spencer, laces out. All right, he's out of here. We love Spencer. Spencer, you're welcome back anytime. Thank you so much. You guys have been watching and listening to the Couch Doodle Show. I'm your host, Fragaboom, industry professional for almost 30 years. I'm not sure how eloquent or elegant or humble I am, but I am here and I'm at your servitude in my pink bunny suit. Thank you guys for allowing me to wear this pink bunny suit for you. This is a representative of your support for the Black Flag Pineapple Perception campaign. Make sure you check out Vinny T's Through the Woods. Check out Adam Post's College of the Dead. Check out Peregrine, Door Kickers. Sign up for Zaid Comics. Lost Pages, of course. Go get wrecked with Wrecked Planet. Battle Brick Road by Eric Weathers. I know I'm missing all kinds of people. Captain Love. Check out Captain Love. I'm out, man. This is all I got. Beth walked in on the middle of that. I saw that. Heal your balls and drink some water. I'm gonna drink water. I think no more whiskey for me. That is. Oh, definitely. Whatever you do not check out Cash Grab. Do not check out Cash Grab by Cecil. The amazing Cecil. Do not sign up for the mailing list. The amazing John Malin, who loves ham and not bacon. The mailing list. Don't go to crypto.fashion and look up John Malin and get that yeah shirt, because yeah shirts or the shirt I'm going to wear. You're not going to copy me. When I get that shirt, you're not going to copy me with your yeah shirt. So don't go to crypto.fashion and look up John Malin and get your yeah shirt. And don't check out Cash Grab. Don't look at how awesome and funny his animation are. Don't do it. And Zaid Comics, that's right. Do not sign up for the Lost Pages. Don't do it. Here's the link. If you're not going to sign up, here's the link right here. Don't do it. See, this is the link you want to avoid at all costs. The one here down below, this. Whatever you do, don't go look at it and get your free trading card and shit. Don't do it. Don't. And as Mechaside said, Shinobi Sasquatch is too fucking awesome by Cal and Rob. Don't do it. It's too fucking awesome for your eyes. All right, Battlebick Road looks badass. It does. Fucking monkeys flying and shit with guns. Get it. Laces out. Laces out, Dan. Hail to the motherfucking chat. Hail to the motherfucking chat. What the fuck is up with that? Hail to the motherfucking chat. You can tell I've been drinking, man. I know. I'm sorry. This is my show. I think it might be the nuke behind me. It might be the rabbit suit. It might be the ninja star in my urethra right now. Oh yeah, Xenotype. Don't forget Liam Gray's Xenotype. What am I thinking? That's it. That's it. You guys are amazing. You've been wonderful. Definitely do me a favor and throw some comments, even if they're like, go fuck yourself, Frigga. Throw some comments in my videos. It helps the algorithm, helps things pop up. Oh, smash that button on the way out, like Alfred Ortiz says. He knows what's up. J Money, big love, J Money. Big love, Timbertone. You are late, sir. Rewatch it. It's been a fun stream. We miss you. We will talk to you later, Mr. Peroni, hail to you, my friend. I'm going to get out of this biatch. Hail to you, Randy. Hail, Zaid. Hail, Matt. Cisco. Hail, Gabe. Can you quote you on the one? Go fuck yourself. All day. If I said it, I said it. All right, man. Be well. Big love. I am saying peace out. Looks like two in the stink, but it's not. Peace out.